York and call it good.
Please. Well, they can't access the public portal anyway, so it doesn't matter. I mean, not public, board portal. I'll shut it now.
Okay. Welcome.
No.
Welcome all. We're back in the ice cutting village. Does somebody want to give me a rundown with what happened 2 weeks ago? Last session.
Sounds good.
You could see. Automatically win.
I do it in Starfinder, so somebody else gets to do it here.
Dylan said he was taking notes, wasn't he?
That's true. He did say that.
Still jotting down what I remember at the very end.
Yeah, so at the start, I could start off at least, you guys were fighting wolves, right? So somebody want to tell me how that went and what you guys did after that?
We killed the wolves.
A pretty intense fight, too. One of you just about
It was a
fucking
posse.
died.
It was a posse of lesser wolves, but the magic from the brain of the warg
Yeah.
made them
A little bit smarter.
intellectuals. Yeah, they're elitist fucks.
They were.
We slayed them all the same.
Yes, we did. And
Yeah,
by
the
we,
witch
I mean
was
you guys.
swift. The wizard was courageous, and we have a merry
Wizard
group
was half
of
dead.
men.
Really just ran in there when he shouldn't have.
That's
but
what
you know,
courage is, Austin.
What did we
Yeah,
watch?
it's
What
mages.
did you read today, Brendan? They're like, mages should avoid getting into close combat.
Yeah.
Avoid hand to hand at all like in all scenarios or whatever.
It's just like you're probably not wearing heavy armor, so you should stay as far away from the combat as possible. But you will be effective if you can attack from range and use your stamina effectively. Efficiently.
Okay, I have it written in my notes that I missed more than I'm proud of, but finally hit one of the wolves and killed another.
That was cool though.
did miss like 3 in a row.
Yeah.
And I think Drogo got in there as a witcher and did what witchers do and
I
kicked
just-
some ass.
Came in and slaughtered the beast he was trying.
Ragnar got bit a couple times and that just bounced off his heavy armor. The wolves
That was
couldn't even
badass.
break through it. Yeah, that was sick. Hurt their teefies. Perfect.
Sounds
And
like
then
you
what-
remember more than we do, so
I
you
do.
should just do the wrap up. So that's probably how it should go.
It's a good exercise for everyone. Where'd you guys go after that?
We went
village.
to the cabin across the lake.
It's true.
I like how he went through every single person and said, "Oh, they did this, they did that," and then let's not mention
Rosalinda, that's
you know,
right.
'cause
That's
she
a
didn't
good
do
point.
anything.
Rosalinda saved the mage's life while
That's
she
true.
played a tune on her lute or whatever you have.
Bling, you're
Why
just
we're saying
fine.
the
A piece of my
wizard
skirt
almost
off
died.
and put a band-aid on.
Yeah.
Brandon.
Get the fuck
That's true.
up.
But if you
He
hadn't, I
basically
would
put
be
it on
dead.
his heart. Yeah,
Exactly.
Sure does
completely
make a
out of
difference.
his heart.
That is true. You did stabilize him. We got to learn the rules for healing. What did you guys? So you guys crossed. One of you tried to cross the lake, and it was ballsy, but you saw some stuff in the middle of the lake there, maybe a couple holes and
Yes.
some scratch marks. And
Crazy ass motherfucker.
yeah, that was ballsy. But you made it to the village, where I'm just gonna keep going now. Where you met Yongar and his son Henrik. They kind of came running out, and they're like, "Hello, hello, you know, thanks for coming." I assume you guys, you know, you guys let them know that you were from the mage's place and you're here to help with the beast. You let them know that you knew where Olgar was, who's Henrik's brother. So you let them know that and said that he was doing okay, but he was basically being held captive there. They did let you. They told you to go to the longhouse, and you know, kind of unpack, chill out for a second. Feel free to take anything that's in there. And I did list that off to the side. It should still be in the chat there on the right. The pairs of ice skates, clotting powder, Gwent Dex, bars of soap, dwarven spirits. You guys feel free to set that up if you haven't already. And then they told you, Yongar said to not go into the burned out building. You know, they heard screaming there just a couple weeks ago. They think it's haunted. Not a couple weeks ago, about a week ago. So they think that that's haunted because they heard screams coming from there. And then let's see what else. So Yongar also noticed that there was a witcher in the group, so he came up to you and let you know that he can basically every day that you're there, he can go and get 5 herbs, excuse me, that can typically be found in
Give me herb.
mountains. He can go do that for you. He's happy to go get those. He knows where all the fancy stuff is, so he can do that. But basically, to go chill out at the Longhouse, get settled, and then you guys will meet in Yongar's cabin later for dinner. And I think that's pretty much where I guess we kept the fire burning. They were keeping the fire burning to keep away, or to scare away whatever was attacking the town. Yeah, the beast. And I think you went and checked in on Henrik, who was cooking, and I think it was Drogo maybe saw Hildy, his daughter, inside. She was kind of complaining in the background. She wanted to go and do stuff.
Oh.
She wasn't allowed out.
I just realized I'm not supposed to be watching your stream.
Not necessarily.
Whoops.
There's nothing really on here right now other than the layouts for the buildings.
Well,
It's not
still,
anything going-
I'm
but
like,
yeah.
why is Austin's stream different? Oh, that's right.
The title says
not
GM
allowed
perspective.
to stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Um,
anybody have any questions about? So we got your improvement points, which I'll try to be better about giving away at the end of every session. Usually get 4 or 5. You guys can earn 6 if you do something really, really incredible. It is based on how you guys do and what you guys do. Don't forget you have your luck statistic, which you can put points into to up your rolls per session. So that's all reset for everybody. Yeah,
What is?
your luck skill. So remember, your luck is the amount that you can put luck points into your rolls. I think we did
Was
some.
I supposed to take that down? I think I used 7 luck.
You're good.
didn't I?
Yeah, it resets every session. So as long as you don't use
Oh,
more than you
okay.
have per session, you're okay.
Gotcha. But I'll keep that in mind. I do have more.
Yes,
of
I think there was
a-
some loot that you guys wanted to. Maybe does
Yes,
everybody want to go
I would
hang
like
out
to-
back in the longhouse, settle
I would
down,
like
loot
to
stuff,
offload that
and
somewhere.
spread some of that stuff out?
I asked the guy to go find me a specific herb. It's from the mountains. It's way up in the mountains. It's called a Mayor Won't I. It's very pungent. You can smell it for miles.
And
So
he
I
just
asked him to
kind of,
get me some
he grins at you, and he's just like, "I know the one."
of that. Hey.
Is that the sex one?
It makes sex even better. Get out
Yeah,
of here,
so
Dewey.
feel
You don't
free
want
to-
anything to do with this.
I prefer fire and ice myself. Let's just move on. All right.
So wait, in all seriousness, Brendan,
Hello.
I think Ragnar has probably one of the Ragnar and Drogo probably have 2 of the highest carrying capacities. If you guys want to try to spread
But
some of that stuff
doesn't it-
out,
doesn't
I was-
Brendan's carriage have more, or is that not?
you
a
have
thing?
your carriage with you.
Dump it in the carriage.
Of course I do. You think we just left both of the mules in the carriage?
I mean, did you? Did you?
Did you not
didn't
want
just-
us to bring it with us?
Did
Well,
you?
I mean, I just didn't. I thought you left them at the.
Why would I
the
just leave?
mages.
Look all that.
Wait, I'm
We
asking,
rode that
did
bitch. We rode that
We're
bitch all the
going
way
on
up here. It was like a 3-day ride, wasn't it?
We're going on a journey. You think I'm just going to be like, all right, well, let's do this part on foot.
Okay. All right.
You get my steps in.
I should probably make get a pawn for a carriage and mules.
It's
I
make
have
it
to
absolutely
imagine-
gigantic.
I have to
Could I
imagine
roll
that
it?
those wolves probably would have been able to fuck those
Bothered
mules
us?
up. Yeah,
I don't know. Mules are pretty fucking tough.
that's true.
You ever been kicked by a mule?
No, I haven't. Neither have you.
They're called death
You can't
mules.
prove that.
They- One kick, that's all it takes.
You're
I'll
right. I
see you
can't
next
prove
time,
it.
Austin.
I just believe that that's a true statement.
I'll just kick you as far as a mule.
If I told you my aunt had a mule, would you still believe that I've never been kicked by a mule?
Yeah, I think so. I feel like
I
that's a story. I feel like we've been friends long enough.
No.
That's a story you might have brought up.
Not that aunt.
Austin
Okay.
used to kick like a mule.
I was just about to say, God damn it! I can't believe you beat me to it. I was like, Dylan, do you remember my mule kick?
Well, of course. 2-incher.
It was a thicky boy.
So
Yes, sir.
All right,
how
so
do we record
mules aside.
How do we record the items?
Do Brandon? Do you
the
have that in your
carriage.
inventory somehow?
it is under horse. No, I don't have it in my inventory.
If you just want to make a line on the bottom part of your inventory that says carriage, and then we can put stuff in the carriage, I assume we're not going to reach any sort of a carrying capacity yet on it, so we don't have to worry about what it can actually do for this session at
Actually,
least.
I do have it in my inventory. Raul, what did you want to put in it?
16, or I'll just put this in the chat.
It's
Give me a
better.
You might take a screenshot of it, Raul, just so you can see the weight and stuff on it too.
Well, yeah, because this doesn't do very well at, or Discord doesn't do very well at transferring tables, right?
No, I don't think so. There's also that stuff too, if you guys want it. That's just in this room, in the longhouse.
Should I put that?
The 4 sets of cold. So, I guess I could read a little bit about the longhouse too while you guys do that. So it's a single open sleeping area containing 8 beds, each with a trunk shoved underneath it, and a large hearth at the fireplace at the end of the long room. The room is in partial chaos. Half the beds are strewn. Jesus Christ, I can't talk today. With clothes and other personal effects. The other 4 beds are neatly made. So it's kind of a mess because, you know, all the other ice workers grabbed their shit and ran after being attacked.
So is there leftover loot then? New loot?
Yeah. Yep. If you guys search the room, you find 4 sets of cold weather clothes, 3 pairs of ice skates.
Do you have that on?
Yeah,
Roll
it should be in the chat in Roll20. I sent it at the end of last week. Should be the last message in the chat.
Oh, there it is. Ice skates.
4 sets of cold weather cold.
I was drunk. Cold weather clothes.
Clotting,
2
clotting
utinays.
powder?
Utinays of clotting powder.
I was drunk. Leave me alone. I can't
What the
edit
heck
it.
is clotting powder?
I make you stop bleeding.
I assume,
clotting
yeah,
powder?
these are, I don't know the mechanics for it, but if they come up, I'll look them up. That was what I imagine they do too.
This
There are rules, by the way, that I'll bring up if they come up for
point.
using ice skates on the frozen lake.
this cheat sheet of items.
It's pretty cool, right?
No, it's asking for a password, so it's not cool. Or requesting
What?
access, actually. Yeah.
I sent that in
Like, I
quick
can't
guides,
access
right?
it. Yeah.
Where's the cheat sheet at?
I put it in quick guides today. I found it
Quick
in
guides. It's the one you reply to. Boo, you stink.
I said anyone with on the internet with this link can view. I don't know why.
I got it.
Oh man.
You guys got it. All right, Raul.
I can pull it up.
Now I got in.
Yeah,
But
you
it
shouldn't
was
be-
asking me like to request
That's
access.
weird.
Before.
Yeah, I don't know. You shouldn't be able to edit it, but it should have basically all of the items in the game are in there somehow or another. I just saw it on
Maybe-
Reddit today, and I was like, "That's pretty cool."
Come up.
Hmm?
Oh, that's cool. All right, I like it.
We have to have a lot of different things that come together to try. Like it tries its best to make Hephaestus, but it's never going to be Hephaestus.
That's fair. Look at you, Hephaestus.
Please.
All right.
So whenever you guys are ready, once you have your loot, no rush on that. You basically have 2 options. You do anything you want. The 2 options that you know of, though, more or less, are heading on over to the cabin for dinner, or going and checking out that, investigating that ruined building, a haunted, burned-out building.
So this really
Time.
doesn't explain what each
Yeah.
item does.
Yeah, it doesn't have
It's just
descriptions for it.
Okay.
It's just, yeah.
Okay.
Are you wanting to look up clotting power? Clotting powder? Because I can look that up for you.
Well, I kind of want to look up what each of those things do. Like what's
Clotting
the
power.
purpose of-
Apply clotting power to a wound. Applying clotting powder to a wound stops the bleeding effect for 2d10 rounds. After the rounds elapse, the wound begins bleeding again. You can then apply another dose.
versus doing a medicine check.
Yeah.
Or doing a first aid
Yeah.
check.
Yeah, basically.
So if somebody doesn't have a good first aid check,
The clotting power, yeah,
apply
that's
it.
pretty useful. I honestly probably super useful for Brendan,
Okay.
considering he bleeds like twice as much now for the rest of his life.
I don't. Fine. I'll take one.
Oh, did his So my first aid check didn't really stop. The
No, it
bleeding,
stopped
or
him
did
from
it?
dying. It's just if he starts bleeding
Oh.
again, he's basically got like a bad blood now. It just like flows.
It's not.
Gotcha,
I think it's.
gotcha.
Flows like wine.
Osteoporosis.
Feels like
It's
Women
Yeah,
flock
that's
like
it.
the sound of Monstrano.
okay. I don't think clotting powder's in your magical sheet of stuff.
Is it not? Is it
Sounds like
not
a
in one of
sheet
the?
gonna
I didn't
suck.
honestly look through it. I
this
just saw
cheat
there's
sheet
lots of
sucks.
stuff.
Yep.
It's
So, no.
its weight is 0.1, Brendan,
All right.
with a cost of 20, if
Okay.
that matters. It's on page 88 in the core rulebook. If you want, actually, I'll just take a
No.
screenshot of it. Put it in
You're on page 88 in the corner.
Nope.
All right. Basically, I'm gonna put everything on my list of stuff that we're carrying inside the carriage, unless somebody specifically says I want that, and I'm going to pick it up right now.
Yeah, because that's what I'm trying. Because I wanna keep the.
It's good to have some
stuff.
stuff on you in case you need it in like
Yeah.
fights and stuff.
I agree. But otherwise, it's going in the carriage.
Yeah. No, you're good.
Yeah. I mean, go ahead and put it in the carriage, and then I'll review like what I need. I'll review and take it out, or post that I'm taking it out, just in case somebody else wants to take it or
Yeah.
whatever.
I'm just doing this because it forced people to grab things. Because otherwise, it's gone. Okay. All right. No, we don't have to worry about it anymore.
Did you already add what I
Sure.
sent? The crafting
I'm-
items, ingredients?
Yes.
I don't think I'm seeing the list of loot. Is there?
It should be in the chat in Roll20. Is the stuff
Go
that was
back to
in the
Roll20.
house. Should be the last message that I sent. It was on May 12th at 9:46
Second to last, because the
p.m.
last one is
Oh, I
the
see it.
chat tips.
Okay.
Okay,
see.
yeah, Soren just reposted it. And didn't correct my spelling errors, so now he's also spelled things wrong. Embarrassing.
Much cool.
Plot
Oh
team.
my god.
If
I'm trying to scroll up.
two of you guys grab those Gwent decks, we could play.
Dylan, we don't have 3 hours to play fucking Gwent.
Good though. That could just be what we do tonight.
I think
Just
there's
sit in
is
the
the
cabin
Gwent
and
game
play.
is. I think there is a free Gwent game, right? Isn't that free?
Sure, it's on PlayStation.
Steam?
Probably
Yeah.
on PC.
Yeah. So we could just everybody just download the
Straight up
Gwent game
Gwent.
whenever you want to play. We just play against each other.
That'd actually be pretty fun.
Is there a Gwent system in
No.
the RPG? Oh,
There's not.
then what's the point of the decks then?
That's fun.
Eh.
Okay. What are you guys gonna do? Where do you want to go?
I'm still trying to find the core rulebook. Oh, found it! Oh no, 404 error. It must take. Oh, that's right.
It should be in Drive, my Google Drive. There should be a link in Quick Guides, I think. Maybe not Quick Guides. JK, it is in Quick Guides. I sent it on
Excuse me.
421.
421. Don't blaze it. Okay. Here we go.
All right. I think our next plan was obviously to check out this ruined building, right? That's definitely haunted.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and
Absolutely.
just move to optional ruined building. Okay.
I could do what everybody always does in my game and just like put myself inside of it and be like, what? What happened?
Wait, the ruined building is a haunted one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's haunted. We're gonna
Absolutely.
check it out.
All right, so
Why are
the
we going
yellow
in?
parts that
What
you
are
guys
these?
see
Yeah,
are just
like
like it's
what?
just like burnt down. Like that's where you could go in. So I'm just gonna go ahead and reveal this whole building for you if you guys are gonna go in, so you would be able to see into it.
Hold on.
What the
Alright.
I
fuck?
poke my head in.
Is the
Oh,
building
there it is.
magical, or are the runes just sketchings?
The little black
There's the
things in the
magical part.
corners.
There's a table.
Those are
I bring
holy
my sword
grail.
down on the
No,
table.
the
with my
building
full
is entitled ruined. So I'd imagine that it has
Jesus
some sort of
Christ.
magical properties to it.
Ruined building.
Can I do an
So-
awareness check?
Yep, if you guys all want to give me some awareness checks, you can do that if you're just kind of searching around, seeing what you can find in this. I will say, despite it being covered in snow, the charred chunks of rubble are still actually warm. So it's difficult terrain to walk in here, not that it matters when you guys are just exploring. But this, again, is on the other side of the ice-cutting village. It's covered in fallen snow. And as soon as you walk in this building, Drogo, your medallion on your chest starts vibrating.
Uh-oh. Oh, I know what that means.
I want to use my witch's senses. What can my
Eagles on
witch's
Yeah,
the
you
front.
senses
I want to
sense?
hold right click and see what's highlighted in
Yes.
yellow or red.
Yes. My
Uh,
witch's senses are
so yeah, go ahead and
sensing
everybody
something.
give me an awareness check.
Did I
21.
do my practice paranoia to see if there's traps?
What does that do? Tell me what that skill is.
It's just within 10 meters of a trap. I roll that.
Turns into a
DC.
crackhead, starts itching himself, looking out the window a lot.
Yep, you don't.
It's DC of trap / ambush.
Okay, yeah, you don't
it's
feel
not
like
50.
there's any traps or ambushes or anything that look like they're gonna be going on in here.
So no ghosts.
No ghosts.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
16
Austin,
for me.
you can tell me, but I do have magical training,
Okay.
which it can be used as a form of awareness for spells, beings, or hexes.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
If it's specifically about magical phenomenon, so that's better than my normal awareness. So if I can
Oh,
use
is that
that, I'll
something?
roll
Is
it.
that something you roll? Yeah, you can use that. Go ahead.
Okay.
Just let me know what everybody gets here.
We roll 1d10 in
16.
this game, right?
It was roll plus awareness plus intelligence, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So yeah. So oh wait, no, that's a total of 5. So 17. 17.
Okay.
Mine's a 13.
I got a 23 on magical training.
Okay.
Do I need to repeat mine?
What was your? I just don't remember what it was, Raul.
Oh, 21.
Okay.
21?
So who rolled
It's
the
just
13?
awareness,
Wow.
right?
Yeah, just awareness. Who
So
rolled
we
the
don't
13?
add intelligence or anything? That was
Yeah,
me.
yeah, no, yes, yeah. Sorry, yeah. It's an awareness roll, so you add intelligence. Yep.
Oh, I do add intelligence.
Yep. Always.
You add the skill that you're
Intelligence
using
plus the modifier
and then
plus
yeah,
the roll.
wherever you roll.
Okay.
No more difficult around
So
here.
it wasn't a 13. It was a 21.
Okay. So
Nice.
everyone kind of searches around, and Kaizoran kind of gets the vibe that like there
yeah.
might be something underneath this building. Why? Oh, I can't fucking. Like there might be like maybe like a second level to this building.
Or the
Because
floor
he
out.
he feels like there's something magical that maybe happened or is happening underneath this building. And while you guys are searching around, you kind of all stumble at the same time to this bottom mark here, and you realize. Hold on, give me a second.
There's a fucking earth elemental crawling
Yeah.
out on the floor.
Be crazy.
There's a
right?
basilisk.
It's a djinn. Damn it!
Oh God.
Fuck.
I'm thirsty.
Are you drinking gin?
Discover.
Yes.
Oh,
A
wait.
gin drinking gin.
Sorry,
My
give me 1 second.
God.
I just need to make sure I'm giving you guys the right information.
He's
here.
unstoppable.
Oh,
That gin is drunk.
This is what happens when you don't prepare for.
I prepared. I just don't remember how much you have to get over. For you. There's different levels of
Oh,
learning.
no.
There's different levels of learning.
At least somebody
Okay.
said it. I mean,
Okay, so you guys realize here that in this bottom right, you all do because you all guys all got over enough and you talk to each other. That there's rubble over a trap door here in the bottom, and the rubble was placed in a way that kind of makes it look like someone placed it there on purpose to make it look like it's been there for a while. So you get
I
the
relay
impression
that.
that someone is in here, or someone was in here and tried to cover up this door that they knew was there.
So they put it there on purpose, or they
Yes.
put it there in a way that made it look like it'd been there a long time?
Both. It wasn't like it just the building fell down and fell on the trap door.
Okay.
It was as if it might have done that and then somebody went down there or went down into this thing and then came back out and put the rubble back on, hoping that no one would notice and make it look
I
like
walked
it was
over
just
to it.
there's something
And
red
I'm like-
glowing underneath all this wood.
I was gonna say, I walk over to it. It looks like someone put this here on purpose.
All right. What do you guys want to do?
I put Ragnar's reaction in Discord.
Fake news.
Uh-oh.
I think you're onto something.
I sing my way over.
You're fake news. Fuck you, God.
La 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 la. Or I think
Whoever's
it's just
down
a
there, please
musical
come
if
out.
we go to Raul's perspective or Rosalinda.
Absolutely.
I don't know
Is
why. Every time we go to Raoul, I think of fucking whatever that new movie, Encanto. So I
Yes.
That's what he was going for.
Yeah.
Medieval. Okay.
Welcome to the village, Madrigal.
yeah, exactly.
We're all about to die, Madrigal.
In the event that this is trapped, I do have telekinesis, but we don't think it's trapped, right?
I already checked. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
You don't think there's any sort of it's
don't
a
think it's
trap
trapped.
door,
Leave it
but
trapped
you
wizard.
you think that with maybe a decent strength check, you could move the rubble out of the way.
Wait,
Okay.
question. Couldn't I just art that bitch?
Sure.
Everybody okay with
Skill?
that?
I'm okay with that. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
step back up.
if you're gonna blow it. Yeah, so if you're blowing.
Wait, let me get out of the way. No, I did.
Do we want to actually roll this so we can see what
Yeah.
it's like when you roll
Waltz
stuff?
my way over here.
What is the definition for Ard say again? I know what it is because I literally have it.
So it's one of the Witcher
got it
things.
tatted
You
on
can-
me?
It has a.
Austin, have you ever played the Witcher games? Well, it's kind of
Yeah.
like
For real, bro.
All right, yeah, you
It's
can
Based
just
different
on
than the
books.
show,
Did you know that?
Austin.
Did you know that they have books of The Witcher too?
I
Did you
think
know
he
that,
has to have a
Austin?
sling ring.
Hold
I think
on.
he has a sling ring.
I can
Yeah.
see them
There
all.
it
They're
is.
all
He
right
says
here.
Ard. He says Ard. It's so Ard.
Open up a portal and it has a bunch of wind coming through.
It's so Ard when I do this.
Brendan's canceled.
No.
I'm so
Brendan's character
honored right
falls
now.
over and dies. It's the weirdest shit. Like I don't know.
All right.
I heal him
Yeah.
up. First
You
aid.
can go ahead and Ard out of the way.
Cool. Do it.
Is that the angle you
Goes
Ard it
flying
from?
out the. Yeah. All
All right, it all bounces back and kills you instantly. Oh no, you're okay. Yeah,
No,
you've got it
some
out
of
of
it
the way.
goes outside. There's
Yeah.
a huge opening right there.
You've got the junk out of the way, but it looks like the trap door might still be a little bit heavy, so one of you might have to, maybe one of the stronger ones of you might have to lift it up.
Okay, I will. La 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 la. La la la. What's my
Whips it
strength
off
check,
of the
actually? I'm
fucking
curious.
hinges with one hand.
I found where I had my notes,
Wait.
by the way. It was DC 18.
What would the check be for the strength?
What's
Isn't there?
what
Oh, it's
kind of
body.
check do
Excuse
I have
me.
to do?
It's body.
If I were to do this, what
Body.
kind of check would I have to do to open it?
Is it
It
just
is
body?
Physique?
Or is it
Is
physique as
there?
well?
Let's see.
Physique, maybe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Physique?
Yep,
can-
it would be physique.
I can
Okay.
give it a
I have
shot.
a 4. I'm not gonna do it. I don't want
I-
a chance.
I have a plus 10. Just
That,
throwing it out
I'll be
there.
honest. There's nothing bad that's going to happen if you can't do it.
I've got
Okay, then I'll try it.
I've got 13 total on body, so like with body and physique.
Oh.
So
Alright.
I
got 12.
I'll
It's
stay
just all
here.
just
20.
Yeah, 20 would do it.
Okay.
DC 20.
Who?
So Ragnar, you were able to lift it up, and you guys head on downstairs, and I will reveal
Do-do-do-do-do.
that area for you, which is just you just move your characters over to the basement, over to
this
that
corner?
side. Yep. It's actually you actually come down where those stairs are, but it's all right. I just didn't do it very well. So let me.
God damn it.
So you guys get down there, and you realize that you don't really have. I don't think. Do any of you guys have like a lantern or anything like that?
My big knee. You can just light more stuff on fire.
yeah. I like my lantern.
I don't think that
Phoenix
the form
does.
of Igni that you have is very controlled. I think it's more the version.
Yeah,
Things on fire.
I have a bullseye lantern, so it's a small light, but I
In
can
the
look around.
ruins, like the rubble and stuff that we're in, is there anything there that could work as a torch?
You could go back. You could grab some of the wood that's in here and go back into your longhouse and light or even the bonfire there in the middle and light that and bring it down. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go
Can
do
I
that.
just
Does
light
that
it
require
within
any kind of check?
Nope.
I'll
You could
to
just
do?
do that.
Okay.
You guys are surviving in the world of the Witcher, so you can light wood on fire decently at the very least.
Wood of the Witcher.
I'll get a couple of them so that
It's
we can
Starfinder,
have, like,
however.
a torch
Yeah.
in the front, torch in the back.
Fucking morons when it comes to
Oh.
Starfinder.
Torch in the front, party in the back.
Hell yeah.
I'll go ahead and explain what you guys see down here. So there's some negatives to your awareness and your attack and defense if you guys are in darkness, but you are going to go ahead and go fix that. So when you get down there and kind of get around that corner, you see that you see 4 emaciated bodies all huddled together, a small wooden platform has been placed near those bodies. On it there's charcoal portraits and pressed flowers, all arranged very nice and neat. And the book actually provides a little bit of art for you guys to be able to see what I mean here. So that
Can you
picture.
explain that word you
That's a
used?
nice little art.
Which one?
Yeah,
For us
emancipated.
foreigners? That
Yeah,
one.
they're fucked up.
Oh. Okay.
Emaciated means that they were starved.
Why
super
can't? Why
thin.
can't?
Oh,
you,
emaciated.
Why
Yeah,
can't you just use that instead?
Actually, emancipated.
Emancipated.
they're
Yeah, they
emancipated.
freed themselves from the British. They're free men.
Oh, shit,
So yeah,
that's
so that
funny.
image, if you guys actually scroll out and go down a little bit, you can see the image of what the basement looks like.
If I roll one over, is there going to be a proclamation under him?
Yes.
So we'll
Wait, sure.
scroll.
So you put it somewhere?
Oh, there's the image. of
Scroll
the
out some, it's
emancipation.
below this.
Oh,
Brendan, you had your
yeah,
headset
in the
on, you could
actual-
hear that?
okay.
Of course.
Okay.
It's a 7 and 7.
Nice. So does everybody see
That
that
I made
image?
way too
Scroll
strong.
out and see.
Should have made it at
yeah.
7 o'clock. It would have been better.
They've got little portraits by him.
The Great Emancipation of the 1500s.
Yep.
All right. So what are these Yankees doing down here?
Emancipation, bro.
So you see what looks like. Actually, I'll let you guys. If you guys want to go look at the bodies more, you can there. But you can see that there's 4 bodies that look like they were
Use my
basically
witch's
starved,
senses.
and you can see those pink pressed flowers, and then what looks like charcoal portraits of each of them underneath them.
Do my witch's senses sense?
So, we believe at this point, these men were left down here and barricaded from above, starved to death. Why didn't the villagers say something about this? I sense a plot.
The villagers did say a couple things about the village. Do you recall what you heard?
Ah, fuck, I'm old.
They heard screams coming from it a couple of weeks ago, I think it was.
About a week ago, yeah. They heard.
About a week ago.
About a week ago.
They heard screams coming from the building. So
About a week ago.
Uh-huh.
Brennan, go ahead and
Yes.
give me another one of your magical checks here. The ones that you were doing earlier.
Hold on. It's gonna take me some time to get
And
this magical energy.
Dalton, give
worked
me
up.
one of your Witcher sensing checks too.
What do my witch's senses sense?
Ah, better this time.
Is it just
Can I
training?
do a
Witcher
spider
training?
sense check?
Yeah, everybody
I got
can
a
give me
24.
awareness, and yeah, you guys, Dalton, you can just give me your Witcher sense and
I got a 24 for magical training.
nice.
What do I add? Is it just straight up 7? Is that all?
I think Witcher sense is intelligence. It's whatever monster training's under 2. I don't recall. I think it's intelligence though.
Intelligence.
I got it. Not very
Monster
good. I got
lore?
a 9.
Monster
9.
lore is under intelligence.
Yeah, monster lore. Excuse me.
On awareness, yeah.
Okay, cool. Da-da-da-da-da. Plus 8 would be 19.
Okay. So if you guys go up and investigate the bodies, you kind of feel like it's maybe a mom, a dad, and then maybe an uncle and a kid. There's 3 adults and a child. You don't quite know the relationship, but 2 males and a female. But the female has some like text and some like symbols scribbled down on a piece of paper in her hand, and you get like a magical aura sense off of her, and you feel as though Drogo, you've seen something like this before, and Kazoran, you've maybe read about this, that maybe before she died, a curse was cast. She used her dying breath and her dying energy to put, it doesn't, like, if the thing about curses in The Witcher is mundane people can cast them if there's enough hate and enough emotion involved. They can, say, damn you all to hell, that sort of thing. Very similar to like people getting, I think in the TV show, it's
Like
the
Zero.
hedgehog or whatever.
Zero
Yeah.
from Holes. His family, they got
Mhm.
cursed.
Mm-hmm.
Madame
Shia
Zeroni.
LaBeouf's
Yep.
family got cursed.
It's exactly Madame Zeroni.
Madame
Yeah,
Zeroni.
and it looks like the
Roll
two
me a Only
the two like main components of this curse are gluttony and greed. Like that's how she cast the curse, is with gluttony and greed. And
too much
and
gluten in
you
her
assume
system.
now, based on what you've learned about this beast that you thought maybe was a warg, but now learning this, you kind of make the connection that the curse that she casts is what caused this beast to exist and come into existence.
Hmm. She summoned the monster, but we don't know why.
Yeah, and the only way that you would be able to lift this curse is to kill the beast, obviously, or have the beast kill the individual that was cursed. And again, that was have the beast kill the individual that was cursed would also eliminate the curse. And it looks like the
It's already
fresh flowers and the drawings are just a poor attempt at trying to clean it up and make it look like that's not what happened here.
Okay. So these two fathers, their son, and the surrogate mother
Sure, yep.
were murdered at the basement of this shitty hotel. We don't know why, but but when they were murdered, they cast a curse.
And in the background, I just start playing Hotel California by the Eagles.
And you can certainly ask Henrik and Yongar and even Hilda if they know anything or of that nature about the family there.
Okay, someone takes a bunch of Polaroids of the crime scene,
Hold up.
so that when we
Wait a
go
minute.
back upstairs, we can get them in a room and set them down at a table and confront them with images of the murder that they caused.
I would
Can we
probably kill
interrogate
them
them?
based on.
Why did you do it? We already had your
Ask- you
DNA
could-
at the scene.
You could certainly ask them questions about it.
What are we doing here? What's my name?
Can we
What's
just
my name?
port in Krennics and use them as a headlamp to just shine it in their faces?
I
All right.
warp between realities real quick.
Is there any more information that we can gather down here? I mean, I feel like that was a lot. Like, if we were able to magically deduce exactly what happened.
Well,
feel
you
like
don't
we're
know
done
what happened.
down
I
here,
mean, you
right?
know what the curse did, but
This bitch is cursed.
These people starved to death down here. Do they look like they died recently? Can someone do a medical check to figure how recently they died?
Is that something I can do?
yeah, anybody with medicine,
Is that
you
a
give it a
Food
shot.
medicine?
Where's what is it?
Probably
First
not.
aid or medicine?
First aid, excuse me. Yeah, that's what it's
Okay,
called. in
I
this
can do
game.
that.
It's really a little late for first aid, though.
I was just about to ask if,
I apply
if
bandage.
first aid would not work. Could wilderness survival possibly? Because you could see
You could do a
like,
wilderness
the
survival
rate of
check
decay.
if you want. Yeah,
The-
go ahead.
Like, okay, cool.
I got an 18 in first aid.
Okay, let's see what Schmitty gets here too.
So it's a plus
I'm not trained. I mean,
10
I do have
overall.
intelligence.
Mine
I
was
don't have-
mine was an 18 as well on wilderness
Okay.
survival.
So yeah, with wilderness survival, you're going to be able to tell that they very clearly starved to
Died.
death.
Mhm.
Like that's obviously the way that they died. You don't see. You don't see. You do see. Excuse me.
Well, they're dead.
You do see like almost claw marks on the door above, like they were trying to get out.
Okay.
And when you see those claw marks and you see the claw marks and you come back and check their hands, you see that it almost looks like their fingertips are burned
Ooh.
Oh no.
So they were trying to get out while it was either
while the building was
on fire or still hot.
Still hot. Yep. But it looks like they died not necessarily peacefully, but they're all kind of together there, huddled up. It's not, and there's no wounds on them necessarily, so nobody came down and stabbed them. Like they didn't put up a fight or anything like that. So
All right.
it looks like they very
So-
clearly starved to death, and they tried to fight their way out of this building.
But do we know how long
So-
ago?
I will say too, down here, I guess I didn't mention this. There's food. Like there is what looked like they ate. They were down here long enough that they like had food to eat for a little bit. Like there's like crumbs and stuff on the ground. Like there used to be food stored down here and herbs and stuff.
So they
like
were
this
locked
used
up
to
more than a week.
this was like stored in here. Yeah.
They were
Like
locked
this
up
is where their
Can we-
food was
Can
stored.
we tell how long ago they died?
Mhm. So they died like about a week and a half ago or so.
So the townspeople said, do we know how long ago the house burned down?
You said a couple weeks, right?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, the house burned down. House burned down. They died after the house burned down.
So the house burned. Someone put the thing on top of the basement so that they couldn't
I
get
would
out.
guess that they trapped him in the basement before the house burned down.
Yeah.
Based on the fact that they starved to death, I think they trapped him in the basement and burned down the house to conceal the evidence.
Now, can
Yeah.
you say that in Geralt's
And then
voice?
went back later.
But he's not Geralt.
Sure.
Fuck.
Fuck.
I will say too, as a peel behind the scenes,
You'll behind the scenes.
Uh-oh.
this whole
Don't peel
curse is this long. This whole thing is this long in the book, and I found a Reddit post where somebody actually came up with the story, and it's beautiful. And so that's what I'm basing my thing off of. So,
What
Nice.
do you mean this long?
Yeah, we can't
like,
see
there's like
pictures.
5 lines that explain what happened here.
Because we can't see you at all, so I don't know how. we
Oh,
would know.
sorry, I forget I don't have my camera turned on. Stream, it was this long. I did a small, like, imagine like
Wait, just stop me when I
Dylan's-
get there.
Yeah, that's about where I was.
Wow.
Think that's
It was
big?
nothing. Yeah. So
Crush. The
came down.
Crush the animals. Crush.
There was shit over the trapdoor. Found some bodies.
On the bed.
They starved to
Shit
death.
on the bed.
Poor attempt to clean them up. Obviously, somebody put the stuff over it. Used to be food down here, isn't anymore.
And the villagers said that they heard screams coming from over here.
Yes.
Was that when the house was burning, or
likely
after
no
the house
after
had burned?
after the
So
house
they
had
assumed
burned
it
down.
was haunted because of the screams.
Yes, but now your assumption would be that it was them screaming trying to get out.
Trying to get out. Okay. So somebody in the village, don't know who, probably trapped them down here, killed them, and we have to go back upstairs, figure out who it was, and let the beast eat them and get the good ending.
Or kill the beast.
Or kill the beast.
No,
Oh, okay.
gotta get the good ending.
We could let the beast kill them and then kill the beast ourselves.
I think the beast.
For one
I think
there.
the beast might leave when it kills the thing that it's coming for.
Yeah, that's what it.
A
That's
cursed beast-
Can we
a cursed
quick
beast would
save
just-
before we do anything?
Yeah, just F5. Yep.
I would expect it would turn into dust or like float into the sky or something, or turn back into a person that it used to be, and it would be this moving scene, and they would like cast somebody really, really like good looking to be the character afterwards.
Man, I'm so glad we have a great DM like Brendan.
That's what I need. I'm doing 2 thumbs up and pointing
Ouch.
at the camera, but you guys can't see it because I'm streaming my face on Twitch.
Anyways, it's beside the point. All right, I think we should go back up there and we should just confront everybody individually about it. We know you killed the villagers. Why did you do it?
Just surprise them and they'll admit it. Admit it.
Let's
right.
start with the little girl too. Let's start with her first.
We could have Rosalinda do the Jake Peralta method.
Like, nope.
That's my favorite plan we've had so far.
Yeah. Do the Jake Peralta.
That's right.
Kind of hurt my throat on that one.
All right. I wash my hands of this weirdness. I go back upstairs.
Okay.
Unless when I get to the door, we find out that somebody has barricaded us down here and we're
Oh,
trapped
no.
forever.
I did. DC 50 strength check to get out.
Easy.
I start just
Roll
shooting.
all my dice at once.
I just start shooting fireballs at every wall.
You can't cast Fireball.
I know. I don't deal with fire magic. It's dangerous.
I slightly freeze the door. It's not frozen necessarily, but it is stiffer.
It's cold.
Do any of you have a shovel?
A shovel?
Yes, sir.
No, but I'm
No.
sure we
Adam.
can probably find one up outside.
We can craft one from the hide and bones that we got from.
Are the people decompose, or do they still look like people?
Those still look like people.
Do they
They
have
haven't been
any-
dead very
any
long.
items on them?
So
Do they
should
have
we
any
find out
items
who
on
they
them?
are?
Wait,
That
loot
would
'em?
probably
Do whatever
help.
you want.
I think we should probably take them upstairs to the villagers and try and find out who they are.
Just drag the
Okay.
bodies up.
Move their,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
their
bury 'em.
non-moving bodies.
At the very least, we should give them at least like a proper burial or something.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I feel like the villagers would want to know that. I mean, I guess they should probably know if people are missing because, like, I'm assuming like 9 people live here in town.
Yeah.
So
Well, didn't they say like everybody left except
Number
for
10, number 11, number
A lot of
12,
all the
and
ice work. Like, so they
double
have
data
like it's a
back.
small village that lives here all the time, and then they hire ice workers every time to, or like
So
every
often.
year to come out and work. Yeah.
Oh.
I
Ice
grabbed
work.
the
Which is who
The
works
foot
in the
of the-
longhouse.
I grabbed the foot of the daughter and start pulling them
Just
upstairs.
dragging her up. Dun, 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 dun.
Thump, 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 thump.
if they're not super heavy, I can levitate them out.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you guys don't have any problem getting them out.
Yeah, you see me do that, and you just start levitating them just to save the.
I've got
trouble.
telekinesis, and I can do like 5 encumbrance per like stamina point I spend or something. So
That's awesome.
It wears you out a little bit, but you can do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hone that skill.
Well,
once I figured
I
out,
can do
I
more
can
to
just
it.
take breaks. Oh.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
You have my attention.
well, at this point,
Uh-huh.
everyone is
Some weird sex going on.
You assume that everyone is in Yongar's cabin with dinner ready, waiting for you guys to
I
show up.
assume
to come
that?
eat.
Why would I assume that?
I blast
Because
the
you
door
told
open with
them
yard.
they told you to come to Yongar's cabin when you were done getting ready for dinner. Stupid fuck.
Okay. So Drogo flings open the
Hey,
door
Brendan,
with his
that's
wind
my
blast.
job. Sorry. Go ahead.
Go on.
The door is open and they're feasting, and so with the door flying open,
They're
with
not.
a
They're
gust
not
of
waiting.
wind-
They're waiting like a good Christian family.
Oh, okay.
So
I was
should we
gonna
just
throw
float? I'm just gonna say float the body in on the table before dinner is
Yeah,
served.
it's right there on the table.
Do you actually?
No. But we will. I personally will be like, I need to talk to you about this. And
Who are
I guess
you?
Yongar is the most adult person here, right?
It's the village elder. Yeah.
All right. We need to talk to the village elder. I bring him outside and show him the
What about
bodies.
village
So
idiot?
Yongar comes out. He's like, "Oh my God! Where did you? How did you?
Yes, Yongar.
I
you
thought
needed
they
me.
burned up in the fire.
Nope.
My God, where did you find these bodies?
Who are these people?
They were a family that arrived 3 weeks ago. They were here to live with us. They were joining our village.
Am I correct in assuming that it was 2 fathers, a surrogate mother, and an adopted child?
Actually, 2 mothers and a surrogate father, and
What?
an adopted dog. That's a
It's
dog.
not even how. That's not. You described it as 2 men.
yeah,
a
you're
woman
right. Yeah, no,
and a
just fucking
child.
with you. That was a joke.
All right.
Yeah,
God damn it.
I think
Alright,
he
no,
was his brother. It's
oh.
not explicitly written what the
I
relationship
think
was.
I think they were probably intimately related.
I would agree with that.
No, it was a.
It's
it was
kind
a
of hard
woman,
for me
a
to talk
beta,
to you
and
when
an
you're so
alpha,
fucking far away, though.
a child.
Should I come to you, or
I don't care.
where are these bodies at?
I
Jesus
think
Christ,
he
is
brought
that a
him-
wolf? And he starts fighting your wolf.
No, I hate it when villagers do that because then I have to kill them. Okay. No, yeah, but I think we would have brought the bodies. I mean, maybe not dumped them right in front of the cabin, but like we would have brought them outside. So we could bring him to the fire
He's like-
and then ask him if an ice cutter's funeral is better on the fire or being buried in a shallow grave because the water or the ground is always frozen
It's
and it's
Yeah,
impossible to get through.
nearly impossible to dig into the soil. I'm glad you brought that up before I did, because I was gonna do that, but you did it
Yeah.
before me. So
Yeah,
it's
I
not
know.
as
I'm intelligent about a lot of things because I'm an elf.
Yeah.
I like to rub at people's face because I'm a dick.
Don't.
You're an elf?
We
I
have
don't
to.
know.
He's like 200 years old.
Since when?
We need to. We'll
Keep
have to
going like
bury
this.
them in the back. I don't want
Bury
Hill
them?
to see.
You just said you couldn't bury them.
Said you shallow grave. I don't want
You
Hill
put
to
rocks
to
over
see
them?
bodies burn on this
What the ghouls?
bonfire. It would hurt her already enough. She was friends with.
We
the
could
boy.
always sacrifice him to the lake monster.
I can
you
always use a spell on her to make her go to sleep.
It's like He's
I'm gonna
he
ask
said-
him.
Dead.
He says, hold on. He says, first these, and
Not the beef.
Hildy's mother and Henrik's wife. Too much death in this village recently. Too much death.
All right.
It's all your fault.
Is somebody gonna ask him if anybody had a problem with these people? Somebody with a better persuasion than me?
I have a. I'm trained in persuasion. I can.
I believe it.
I think we need. I think we need to find out if somebody had a vendetta against these people because a person killed them.
You can just confront him. He seems like he's happy to talk. Now, if you don't believe him, you can do a human perception check, which is kind of like your sense motive check.
All right, I'm gonna ask him about it. If
I
anybody
can do a human
had a problem
perception.
with these people,
I'm ready to do a human
what does he say?
perception.
What do you? Okay, so you just say, does anyone have a problem with these people?
Yeah.
He goes,
Does anybody not want new villagers around?
No. They did seem to come a little bit ill prepared for this lifestyle. And Henrik's wife was more than happy to share some of their food to keep them going, but she got sick and the house burned down and just it's and he's just like he can't even like he's still just dumbfounded that you were able to find these bodies. He's like, where did you find these? Again, like where did you find these?
Why? Because you hid them so well?
I could roll human perception if you want. He's like, no, it wasn't me. I didn't hide anything.
Oh no, I don't know what you're talking about.
Kind of thinking you did.
Is there fumbles, critical fumbles in this one, in this game?
Not for skill checks.
Okay.
You
I'd
just
like to
if you
roll a
roll if you
perception.
roll a 1, you explode the die and whatever you get is a negative instead. But you can't. There's not like a bad table
does
for
that
failing
mean?
skill checks.
I have to blow up my own die? I only have one.
So say you have a base 13 in it, which I think you do, Raul, and you roll
Yes.
a 1. So then
Yes.
you roll. So that's a failure. So then you roll again and you get a 5. Then you're gonna take 13 minus 5 for a total of 8.
Wait, do
Gotcha.
I have to roll again?
If you rolled a 1, yes.
While Ellie enters the battlefield.
Okay, I rolled a 9.
Okay, so you got a 13
So-
minus 9, which is 4.
Okay.
Oh, geez.
So he seemed like, as far as you can tell, he's being completely honest. He's
You
like,
believe
but
this guy
after
over anything.
after he says that, he does kind of go. He's like, not that I think
That's
he did it, but
unfortunate.
Henrik did seem a little bit mad at his wife for giving away all of their food.
Who'd they give their food away to?
the
Dogs.
The new people.
Family, the new family seems to have come ill prepared to survive in this
Yeah.
cold, rough climate.
and
Now I'm
now-
immediately
Wait.
suspicious of Yongar because he immediately pointed the finger at
Yeah. Like, I don't know. It seems like it was that guy over there. Let's go over there and talk to that guy.
Would he
Leave
notice
me
if I
alone.
slowly start casting the freeze spell on him to like freeze his feet and then his legs and then the bottom half of his body and then the
Well, here's
top
the
half of
thing:
his
he's
body?
pretty much already has the free spell going because they're in the winter, and your free spell just makes people cold. So no, he wouldn't.
It doesn't
notice.
just make people cold; it does freeze them. But freezing is not like a block of ice like the Pokemon games would leave us to believe.
What?
Yes, he would notice.
What?
Well, I won't.
Heresy.
Since when?
I won't cast it, but I want to.
Okay.
Just remember that.
Okay. After a little bit, you guys are talking outside. Henrik kind of peeks his way out the door, and he sees the bodies, and he's like,
What?
"Good God!" Actually, he's got to have a different voice. Good
Yeah.
God, where did you guys?
Please.
Sorry.
Good God, what are you doing out here?
He's like, "Where did you guys find these bodies?" Good Lord.
You tell me.
And he runs back inside. He's like, "Hildy, stay inside."
Come out here.
And
He
shuts
said-
the door.
He says,
Come out here.
Hildy, come out here and look at this.
And he's just kind of got his hand in his palm. He's like, "I assumed they burned in the fire, but we thought the building was haunted, so none of us wanted to go inside. Where did you find these bodies at?"
In the building that you.
The
didn't
building that
want
was on
to
fire
go
that you
to?
you're just describing.
You guys found
These
him in the
villagers are
basement.
terrible
is what he's
liars.
looking for. Like nobody knew that
Yeah.
there was a basement. It was a trap door, hidden door. Nobody knew there was a basement.
Nobody
somebody
knew there was a basement.
Somebody knew there was a basement.
Somebody knew there was a basement.
It was Hildy.
I'm gonna say we found them in the basement
With
and
the
then
wrench
look
in the basement.
and look to see if either Yongar or Heinrich is not surprised that there's a basement. And I'm gonna roll human perception, even though I can't get a good score on it.
Okay.
Can I roll again?
Yeah, if you're
no?
perceiving as something new, yeah. So what do you say, Brendan?
Okay.
Give me it again before you tell me what
Okay.
that roll is.
Okay. I said we found them in the basement, and I'm looking to see if either of them are not surprised that there's a basement to that building.
Nice.
And I
Okay.
got a 10, so I get to roll again.
Yep, you explode up. Yep.
So that's 17 total, plus my empathy, which is 8, and my human perception, which is 2. So I got a 27.
You've been around
that's
for a
what I
very,
rolled.
very long time, and humans are easy to you. It's very clear that Yongar didn't know there was a basement, and Henrik did know there was a basement.
Ah.
Should I
That's
immediately
weird.
cast freeze
I
on him?
unsheath my sword.
I'm right behind them. I circled around.
I would
the
like to be farther
campsite.
away now.
Are you guys gonna try to? Are you guys gonna just try to
I'm
fight Henrik?
danger.
No, so
I'm not fighting. I'm just.
No. I think we need to play it cool.
I'm still. There we go. I'm here.
I think
That
we need to
forest
ask.
oil,
We
like,
need to
comes
ask
boiling my-
for Heinrich's help to move these bodies outside of town.
That's
So
that's a good idea.
there is a on the back side of Yongar's cabin, which is the village elder's cabin. There is, and I'm gonna go ahead and reveal this because there's nothing like secret inside of it, so you guys can see the whole. I'm just gonna do a nice clean square of this whole area. There's a grave for Henrik's wife and Hildy's mom, so that's where they bury people, is out back, behind here. So if you guys want to, yep, there you go, that works. So if you want to take them over there and start working on burying them, you bring him in the back there,
I'll start
and
heading over there.
you kind of set them down, and it's dark and cold, and Henrik and Yongar are both like, "This can wait till morning. Let's go inside and get some food. This will be hard work to break our way through the snow and ice. Let these bodies rest."
Let the bodies
Alright.
hit the floor.
So do we all walk over there?
You help drag the body. I mean, do you is that okay? Do you guys want to
let's
do, or do
let's
you want to
position ourselves where we want to be at.
I'm supervising.
I won't start digging, but I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna bring them over there, and maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
Let's
some-
run it
do
away!
something- Do something like maybe put some of the torches. Try to keep some of the animals away from.
Yeah,
getting
I was
into-
mainly trying to see if we could separate Heinrich from Yongar, but if we can't, and that's obvious, like they're both gonna go to dinner.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna ask him like, Heinrich, how long did you leave them in there?
He almost like breaks down, and Yongar just kind of looks at him like he just can't handle it. But he confesses. If you bring that up, he's like, I don't know
Wow.
how long it was, and he's like the whole time he's like talking, he's like holding his stomach hurts. So he's just like, he's like, I never meant for anyone to get hurt. My beautiful wife Layla,
Layla.
Layla, that's his wife's name.
Shit.
He's
It's
like, my
Layla.
beautiful wife Layla,
Guys,
she gave them food, and she didn't tell me, and she got sick, and she gave them medicine too, and when she got sick, I couldn't find the medicine, and I was mad, and I never liked those people, and I broke into their home, and and Yongar is just like, he's like walking, like kind of like pacing back and forth, and he goes inside to make sure that Hildy's staying inside, because she just idolizes her dad, and she doesn't want him to see him like this, and he's just like, and I broke into their house, and I went into the basement, and I found our food and our medicine, and I was just so angry. And he's like, I didn't mean to catch it on fire, but it blew up too fast, and they were downstairs. I just couldn't, and I put the logs, and and he admits to basically pushing them into the
Everything,
basement.
apparently.
Yeah, and blocking up the door and setting the house on fire. And he's like, they survived for a while, and everyone assumed it was haunted, and I just kept waiting for them to die. And it wasn't too many weeks after I woke up with this, and he like pulls up his shirt, and it's like his stomach is completely see-through. You can see his organs moving inside of his stomach, and it's the and you guys instantly recognize it as a result of the curse.
Yeah, I was gonna bring it up. Like I was gonna ask Drogo. I'm just like, Witcher, well, are you familiar with curses?
He's like, yes, or I guess I don't know what you would say. Yeah, so he reveals his belly, which is transparent, along with his stomach, through which you can see food can be digesting as a mark of the curse.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell him. I'm like, you can make all this go away, you know.
I don't think
Walk
I can.
into the lake. Walk into the lake.
I
Just
can't.
turn.
I can't leave Hildy alone. I won't do it.
I mean, she's got a village. She wouldn't be alone.
Can't do it.
Submit to
I
judgment.
won't.
She never
I've
has to
done
know.
wrong.
She says, listen to me. I've lived a very long time. And I know that disappointing our loved ones is far worse than them never knowing what happened to us. And he like looks off into the distance like he's thinking about a lover that he lost a long time ago. And he's like, would you rather her know what you did? Or rather her never know what happened to her father? We can tell her that the creature came out of the lake and swallowed you whole. She never has to know what a disgrace you were.
He's like got tears in his eyes. Can't you? And he just looks to Drogo. He's like, you do this for a living. Can't you just kill the beast? Will that not solve all the problems?
I'm already looking at the beast.
I was gonna say, so Kay Soren's like puts his crosses his fingers behind his back. Nope, that's not gonna help you now. Honestly, though, I don't know. It's probably a group decision here because arguably that would fix the problem, and we don't have to tell his daughter that he's a shithead. But
So alternatively, what we could do is we'll set the bodies up to where they don't get attacked by animals, bury them, and then when Hildy is sleeping tonight, we get Yongar, Heinrich, and whoever else is in charge of the village and basically do a trial. That way the decision's not on us.
That's true.
And also we don't get run out of town for doing something unpopular.
We could offer him the chance to redeem himself by fighting the beast with us, and then we could all stand back and watch it eat him, and just be like, guess that's what was destined to happen. I think my character is very much on the side of he has made a mistake and he deserves to pay for it.
My character also, like, he thinks that Heinrich needs to pay for his mistake, but also he's not the one who's going to make the decision of how he's going to pay for that. If he's going to, if this village, has some sort of like, I don't know, jail or whatever. I know they don't, but if that's what they want him to serve, then that's what
it got burnt down.
My character has a very strict code when these sorts of things come up, and he believes that he has already been tried, we have found him guilty, and the next step is execution. So, I will go along with your guys' trial, but that is the end.
Ultimately,
for him.
Gunnar is going to go along with what the troop decides, but he is going to throw that out there as an like he's like, this is what I think, but you know, if you guys say it needs to be him that dies, then okay.
Drogo just says,
Evil is evil. Lesser, greater, middling. Makes no difference. The degree is arbitrary. The definition's blurred. If I'm to choose between one
Why
evil
do you
and
sound
another,
like
I'd rather
Batman
not
loves
choose at
talking
all.
about sex?
In an order that
You
might
said if I
surprise
press
you.
this
Red button
button,
just the right way. There'll be an explosion.
That's not fetch.
In an order that would surprise you. That's my fetch.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can do whatever you want. So if you want to force him to fight, I can do that. If you want to do a trial, I can do that. If you want to ask other their opinion of what you should do, I can do that. It's whatever you want. I will say,
Other people being Yongar and Hilda?
yeah, I mean,
Like, is there anybody else in this village?
no, that's it.
Is it? Okay. Well,
We're getting paid by the wizards to get rid of the monster, right?
Yes, and bringing back a block of ice, like naturally cut
Alright.
ice.
I feel like
Alright.
maybe we should at least
Is Yongar
ask
strong enough to do it himself? If we need ice, is Yongar going to be capable of giving us ice? Or if we kill Heinrich, is that part of the quest over? No ice.
That'd be crazy. No, any one of you one of you
Okay.
could simply cut ice. Yeah.
Yeah, we got the physique.
I'm just checking. I don't want to sacrifice him to the lake monster and then not get our ice.
I'm about to just kick the back of his knees and slit his throat.
I'm going to max out this quest.
So you killing him doesn't end the curse.
Doesn't end the curse.
The beast
I mean,
has
the
to kill
monster
him.
has to kill him. That's what they said.
Oh, I see.
But
I
see,
he
the
just
thing
needed to
is,
find justice.
I can freeze people. So if we just put him out here in the woods and just freeze him to death and then go to bed, like, no sweat.
We would probably have to put him out onto the lake, but yeah.
I would love that.
I
That would be
literally read-
such an epic scene. Just like make him go walk out on the ice, and I'm just like freezing his legs to like the icicle, and then you just see the creature just like come up.
Oh yeah, he's like running across the lake, and the lake starts to grab at him with your ice. He just gets more and more stuck. He's breaking
Are you
free,
guys
but then he
saying any of
runs.
are you guys saying any of this out
not
loud?
allowed.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
I'm threatening
Yeah, I'm
them as
discussing
life in
obvious.
front of him. I'm just like, wouldn't it be cool if we just killed him like this? No, I like.
There's
I said,
a fucking part I read today about Hildy's reaction to this, and I just fucking can't remember it.
I would
Well-
like to at least discuss this with Yongar because he is the village elder.
Just know that the
Mhm.
main gist of the bit I'm trying to find, and I'm not trying to dissuade you one way or another. Oh yeah, I am. I don't care though. If you would fuck up Hildy for the rest of her life if you just killed her dad, which is fine.
Yeah.
It's the world of The Witcher. Horrible shit happens all the time. It's likely a band of Ravagers are gonna. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
Mhm.
That's fucked up.
That's
Hildy's
book
probably
2.
going to have a horrible... Yeah, if something deeply emotionally scarring happens to Hildy, her extreme negative emotions may even curse those responsible.
okay.
Can't we just
Fucking
explain to
karma.
her what happened?
Sorry.
I
It's
mean,
not
it's
our
still gonna
fault.
fuck
He's
her
an
up.
asshole.
But then she
That's not
doesn't
gonna
get
help
it.
Said-
anything.
Whoa. Keep in mind that if she's extremely upset about her dad, like if we have a trial and condemn her dad to death, like that's our fault. But if we convince him to go sacrifice himself to the monster so that his daughter can survive, not our fault.
That's
He
true.
walks
I mean,
away.
I don't want to join in, but in that scenario, either you kill the beast with his help, but it's over, the end, or he dies to the beast, and it's over, the end.
Right.
I think the act of him dying is still gonna fuck her up.
I mean,
yeah,
that's true.
I do.
I feel
but it
like
will
her
not be our
dying
fault.
Tim died to a beast versus him being like fucking executed. I guess you guys decided you weren't going to execute him because it wouldn't end the curse. Never mind. That's okay.
Right.
Yeah.
The way
That's what I'm
I'm
saying,
hearing
like-
it now is that she is the new problem.
Let me kill her too, then she can't have any problems.
See,
All right.
This whole village
Drogo's
just
been
got
killing-
exterminated.
I-
Ironically, this game prescribes to the Skyrim method where you have to install a mod to kill children. So
So let's just stop the game.
all you have to
Put
do,
a
all you have
mod
to do is
install
just
that
say, "I
shit.
want to install that mod," and I'll let it happen. But
on to install that mod.
No, we're doing
It's gonna
vanilla
be-
for the first run through.
We're doing vanilla.
Oh, come on. Come on. Gotta mod it out
That's-
the gate.
Well, you have 2 kids, you sick fuck.
Yeah, so I know what'll
That's
happen.
why he's saying it.
Uh-oh.
He's like, and they don't stop talking.
Uh-oh. So again, like I said,
What
what, I
curses
said what
I
my
have in
character
my
wants to
head.
do. If you guys bring this to Yongar, I feel like we're going one step further. You know, more people
I say
know
Yongar.
he has to make a decision. But that's fine if that's what you guys want to do. What is
So
what is
can I use a persuasion check to convince him to do the thing?
I don't think we've heard from Rosalinda or Drogo about what they want to do. So what do you guys want to do?
I said
don't
basic.
care
I
what
said the
happens.
quote, so I'm middle ground. I'm an evil middle ground.
Typical
What
Witcher.
he
all right.
did, what he did disgusts me. There you go.
D-
There's
okay.
my-
And I want to bring up, not that anybody's not doing it, but just remember, you're trying to play in the mind of your character. What do you think your character would be doing here? Not to say that anybody hasn't done what their character would be doing, but
WWGD. What would Geralt do?
Colombia from Encanto from Madrigal says that what he did is disgusting, and he
Don't you-
shoots him dead.
don't you fucking mention the word Madrigal.
Welcome to the planet, Madrigal.
Everybody hates the
Whatever
planet
happened with the
Madrigal.
people in Madrigal?
It's
Fucking
spread.
planet Madrigal.
What's the
Alright.
guy's name?
Bruno.
We don't
No,
talk
no,
about
no,
Bruno?
I know that, but I was talking. Was it Henrik? We
Yeah.
don't talk about Henry.
We don't talk about his day. What?
Hilly's just like inside eating like really
It was
watered
her
down
father's
shitty soup
birthday,
because her
and
mom
we
gave away all her food.
sacrificed him to the lake. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really leaning
always-
towards just making this guy walk into the water.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
guys
like
talk
that
all you
one.
want, but
That's
just
a
let
good
me know when
one.
you start asking stuff out loud, and I'll tell you
Go
what
on.
Henrik and Yagar want to do.
What was
Keep
the?
going.
What
I'm
was
gonna
the
stop-
I
sign I
can
can
roll a
use?
persuasion check
The
to
Yurden?
make make him. No, with that
I mean, if that's what you guys want to do, you can ask and do a persuasion check.
I can persuade him or seduce him. Which one?
Seduce him. All
If
the
you
way
walk
into
out on that lake and sacrifice yourself, I will rock your world.
There you go.
But only
I
after.
will fucking suck your dick.
Only
I will
after.
suck it. You fuck me, watch me fuck something. Just tell me what you want me to fuck. God, I don't even remember. Is that Alt F?
Tell me what you want me to fuck.
If you haven't watched the series, it's
It's
also
so
fucking
good.
gold.
Yeah, I watched it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Truly fucking
So I need to
incredible.
finish it,
Everything
yeah.
you needed.
So, my vote is for persuading because I would like to level up.
Persuading him to
persuasion
what?
and
Just out of
get
curiosity.
dead.
Persuading him
Dead.
to end his own life and just like
Hey, you
walk
should
out on the
die.
lake.
Yes.
Yeah,
Do the
you should
honorable
go kill
thing.
yourself.
Okay.
Or
Make
no,
right by
no,
your
wait,
family.
wait, but that
Or
won't
persuade-
That won't stop the curse, right?
Oh,
It
so
would.
if
If
he
you-
dies
Him
to the
getting-
creature,
Him getting eaten stops the curse.
him getting eaten will stop the curse. So we can either, I think option A is convince him that his daughter is going to be fucked up no matter what, and he needs to go like let the creature eat him to make sure that she lives, because otherwise this creature is going to kill everyone in the village. Or option B is saying, fine, if you want to regain your honor, you'll help us kill this creature, and then we can either try hard or not hard to kill the creature. Because like I think he's just like a warrior, so he's going to be up front. And if the curse works the way I imagine it would, it'll go for him, right? Like a heat-seeking missile.
Yeah.
So like I would have to imagine that he'll either die or he'll kill the creature. So
Oh fuck! Brendan's played too many games.
I'm just playing the odds here. All
I
right?
know, I like it.
I mean, it does
It's-
make sense that
He's cursed. It's
yeah,
in the same sense that like Raul's character is cursed to get attacked by beasts, right? Like it's just
True.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I mean, we can probably use the fact that if he doesn't do anything, the monster could come for his daughter.
it's gonna kill everyone in the village. Like
So-
that's the default. Like unless we protect the village, it's gonna
Yeah.
come back every single night and kill somebody else.
And his punishment could be he helps us. Yeah. So I mean that
you
that
like
is
that option?
probably the yeah. I think that's probably the option that if there's not going to be a quote unquote trial, Ragnar
Mhm.
would be cool with that one.
Yeah, so I think we go back to Yongar and we tell him that the creature needs to die tonight, and Heinrich is responsible, so he's agreed to help us fight it.
So you guys got to convince Henrik to fight with you.
No, we just go tell Yangar, and then we tell Henrik that's his.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
his
yeah,
only
yeah.
option.
Okay.
Yeah. Go to his
Dad
boss.
told us that you have to.
So do I roll a persuasion or no?
Yeah, you can go for it. I mean, if you want to persuade him to fight with us,
Or seduction.
I would say it's probably persuasion. But
Pull my top down.
However you want to do it.
fight with me.
Fight for these.
Show him his
That'll
show him your ankles.
be- That'll be a 22.
Okay, what do you
Persuasion.
say?
Fucking
I
do
pulled
it.
my top down.
Themselves.
Just that's
just-
it.
He just grabs you and takes you to the room. No.
Oh no!
Oh my
Wait,
god.
hold on. No.
So
God,
Witcher-
slit his
guys,
throat.
that's really fucked up.
You
That's
should have
fucked up.
killed him. Why did we kill him? We had the chance.
She's gonna have a.
No, do you say
sister soon
something? What do
enough.
you? I got because I have to have a response of something to
No,
say.
I
don't know.
just oh god. I look at him and tell him, hey, you don't help. You don't help, your daughter's gonna die. It's gonna be worse than it was before.
help,
That's him.
help, help! What? You have a very manly voice, woman.
Oh,
Where
I'm
do you
gonna
come
say.
from?
I will hit you with my mandolin. So
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna.
What do you
I'm
need
gonna-
help with?
I'm
I
gonna
don't.
say.
I don't.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
say-
under. He's like hysterically crying, like
Yeah.
holding his transparent
I'm gonna
stomach.
say.
urinating.
You caused this curse to descend upon the village. Every death so far has been on your head.
You did
He
this.
said, "You
I
want us to
didn't-
kill this beast?
I didn't cause.
Then
She
you're
did.
going to help us do it."
She did the curse, and he like
Did?
points to the dead body.
Nope.
And he's like,
She did.
Nope.
"If you
I
had
slap him
welcomed,
across the face.
if you had welcomed them into the village like your wife had, none of this would have happened. You'd all be
Only you would
cutting
have.
ice and fucking like rabbits."
Ah,
Only you had open
Okay.
arms and open legs, you son of a
as
bitch.
long as he helps, and he just points to the Witcher. As long as he's around to help, I guess I
We're
can.
going
Master
to back
Witcher,
you up, but it's your job to finish this beast.
Master Witcher, help. And he's just like, can I have one last night with my daughter? Can we go inside and have a normal
No.
dinner
Wait a
for one
minute.
last evening?
No, now that you said that,
No,
no,
none of
So,
that.
Okay, my immediate concern.
Uh-huh.
He's gonna tell her.
He said he wants one more night. 95% chance the creature attacks the village in the middle of the night.
Yes.
Yep.
I think it has to happen today.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Soren's gonna say that. He's gonna be like, creatures like this won't sleep. If you
Okay.
don't stop this tonight,
Henrik's just
your
like,
daughter's life could be forfeit.
Henrik's like, we're
My life could be forfeit.
at a
Think
real
about the possibilities.
we're at a real
Your life was
a
already
real
forfeit,
disadvantage
20
fighting at
minutes ago.
night. If we had to put it in numerical terms, it's a -4 in the darkness and a -2 to attack and defense. But I mean, I guess if you want to fight in the middle of the night, that's fine.
Or,
Well,
how
damn,
about this?
Heinrich, I can't control the weather.
How about this? We still fight at night, but we set up a trap. That way, yes, we have the disadvantage, but
Yeah, the
we-
whole village is lit right now.
I have
Um,
trap crafting. I can do
The whole village is lit because of this bonfire right now. But like, if you were to go out into the middle of the lake right now, it's like almost pitch black
Right.
out. And so I don't. You guys don't even know if you would be able to effectively not like avoid Henrik. Like you don't know.
I summon Kanju, and we turn the moon around, and then we make it light again.
So good.
All right. So, but we do. We all agree that the beast is probably going to attack the village tonight.
Yes.
More than likely.
So maybe we just fight it on our terms. We fight it in the light. I mean, like,
that's what I'm saying. Is like if we set up some sort of an ambush or trap, that whenever it gets to a certain area and we light a bunch of oil on fire or something like that, where we can see.
Ooh. That'd be fun. I don't think we have a bunch of. I don't think we probably have materials to do something like that. But I would say it's like fine, dinner with your daughter, and tonight we don't rest.
Now, if you guys want, you can talk to Yongar too to ask him what he knows about the beast, because he has information that he's willing to share too.
Okay. The dungeon master has indicated
he's
that we
just
should talk to
sitting,
Yongar.
looking towards
What do you know
us,
about
like,
the beast?
See, Drogo's talking to him.
Well, okay, so it says dinner
What
first,
do you know about the
please,
beast?
for my son.
No. What do you know
Or
about
his
the
son.
beast?
Oh, wait. Is he the kid's grandfather?
Yeah, he's Henrik's dad, and Hildy's.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, now I feel slightly bad about asking him.
yeah.
Well, he didn't.
Yeah, Olgar is their other son.
Okay. Rip, dude. All right. Let's go have dinner.
Sorry, man.
I'm hungry and I'm
That
tired of talking about this. Also, my voice is just becoming deeper with time.
Nom 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 nom.
Henrik walks
You want a
inside,
lozenge?
and like he gets to the front door, and he just is just like he like fixes his shirt again so his daughter can't see his like transparent cursed stomach, and he just like takes a deep breath, and he just walks in, and he's just like, Hildy, did you keep the food warm? She's like, yeah,
Immediately
Pa,
walks-
thanks.
He walks in, I'm like, do 5 jumping jacks, LOL.
So if everybody wants to go inside and go crowd around the table. So you kind of walk in, Henrik's cabin, or excuse me, Yongar's cabin is warm, decorated nicely. They have some pushed boxes and sacks of gravel around the tiny table to make up for the lack of adequate
Exact.
seating.
That's nice.
Cool.
Gravel has sex.
Nice. Sick. Didn't know that.
When you walk back in, Hildy is just like, Dad, can I please talk to them? He's like, yes, you can talk to them.
Don't worry,
She
we don't have
seems
any
very-
secrets about your father.
They don't have very many visitors, so she seems pretty excited to talk to people. And you just see that
She's
the
gonna
food,
die.
like they're clearly struggling. Like the food is mostly water. It's got a little bit of food in it. And Hendrik kind of holds his stomach and looks at you guys knowingly in a way that's just like, please don't tell her. And he apologizes for the quality of the stew.
I eat the stew and I go, wow, this really killed. And then I kind of look over at Henry.
I go, good soup.
Good soup.
Do we not get any meat or anything off of the wolves that we killed?
We have hide, and we can use the bone marrow, the beast bone marrow to make a
Good
good
marrow.
broth.
Good marrow.
Not directly, but if
good
you guys
marrow,
want to
bro.
say that you took some of the meat off to bring over to the village, you certainly can retroactively say that. It's not an item in the game, so it wasn't something that I gave you, but if you want to say that you have some wolf meat.
I'm just thinking like it might be nice for them to have one meal before her father goes off to war.
Final
Yeah.
meal.
For sure. How do you want to introduce that?
Here's some
Can I
meat.
cook?
Eat it.
I'm the female. Can I
Slap
cook?
it on the table.
Absolutely. Rosalinda
Yeah,
has
you
been
have a
slaving
plus
away
2
for
in
Is it a
cooking.
hours.
cooking
Being a
check? What the
female.
heck? Or is it just crafting?
It'd probably be craft.
I'm crafting a meal.
Let me craft some food for you real quick.
It'd probably be crossbow, honestly, if you just want to give me a crossbow roll.
Mm-hmm.
Ross, why?
It was
I do my
a-
best cooking with
He
crossbow.
said,
Social etiquette,
do
maybe.
you guys just like pull out already ready meat
Uh,
like to give, or do they need to cook it?
I
I pull out
I
some meat and then
crafted
I
a
put it
meal
back
with my
away because
team.
it's inappropriate
Okay.
timing.
So yeah, you bring out some food. What do you say when you bring out once like they're handing out the stew that kind of looks like shit? What do you how do you
Nice
how do you
God.
introduce that?
dinner is served.
I'm just gonna say it's an old elven tradition to bring something for your hosts.
We beef blast.
You just kind of see Henrik with a tear in his eye, but Hildy just lights up. She's like, "Oh my goodness, we haven't had meat like this in millennia." She says millennia. It's super
Millennia.
interesting. She's
Child,
like,
how old are you?
I'm 8, but my dad is teaching me how to read, and next summer he's gonna take me hunting.
How old do you think a millennia is?
A long time. You're
I'm
funny.
2
Why are your
millennia
ears so
old.
pointy?
I'm 2 millennia old, child.
Oh,
Someday your ears will be as pointy as mine.
And she just looks at Henrik like, what? And she kind of like rubs
How
her
come your
ears, and
brain's
she's
so
like trying to
dumb?
like almost like rub them down.
Plus, I got a wolf.
She goes, Jesus fucking Christ! And she pulls out an AR-15 and she just unloads into your wolf.
Oh, Austin!
That
Uh-oh.
escalated quickly.
Too
What
soon,
the
man.
fuck?
She's like,
What
but
the
she,
hell
she's
then
like,
blood
yeah,
is
my
going
dad's
on?
teaching me to read, and he promises to take me hunting next summer. And did you know that
Well,
my
that's
dad
too
is
bad.
really good at drawing? I bet you didn't know that, did you? She's just like, like little kids, just like they don't shut the fuck up.
Uh-oh.
That seems like a clue.
That seems like a clue, too.
Well,
What
the
are some
clue
of
would-
Dude.
what
the
are some
clue-
of the things that he's drawn?
He likes to draw people, and he draws animals, and he draws me and flowers.
What are the
and
people
he-
doing?
And
Oh,
he
God.
loved drawing my mom.
Naked? Does he have any of the photos?
Ew, gross! Why would she be naked?
Igni.
You just catch everybody on fire.
If I don't get those photos, I'm done. Oh,
That's hot.
fuck.
He was saying that's hot. That's how he says it as a Witcher. He says
Igni.
Like while she's talking, Henrik
They all-
is
they
just
all
like, Hildy,
bump and say Igni, and just fires go off in the background.
you guys'
Heinrich.
names aren't the same. Drogo, you're sitting
Drogo.
next to Hildy, and she just kind of like grabs the side of your like armor and pulls on it a little bit. She's like, "Have you ever killed any monsters?"
Maxie. Go to sleep.
She just passes out.
If Beavis and Butthead were Witchers. Like
You've cast a lot of spells recently. You're feeling a little tired.
Nah, I'm fine. I'm a Witcher. I got it.
Okay,
Just gotta wait for the
but she
recharge
actually
now.
does. She just goes, "Have you ever killed any monsters?"
Many.
Oh yeah, what kinds? I know all about
Hold on,
vampires
hold on.
and wargs and
When you say
wolves,
many-
and I even saw a bear.
When you say many, does that mean you've killed a number of monsters, as in a multitude, or that you've killed tiny monsters?
You talk funny.
Both.
Dad,
No.
can I have some more stew?
No,
Yes, daughter.
your guests eat first.
And Yongar
No.
just like kind of steps up and walks away and goes and tends to the fire again just to make sure it's still going, and then comes back
Oh
in.
no. Oh, thank God. I was like, somebody go out there with him.
He's just gonna
No.
book it.
he's just
No, he's gonna get eaten while we're all in here having dinner.
as long as that cool
Hey, at that
animated icon that I added into Roll20 that I'm really proud of, along with that PNG fire art that I added, is going. I
Mhm.
guess you're good.
Oh,
That's
okay.
sick, man. That's
The
crazy.
monster can't attack us when there's a fire? Is that the
Can
thing?
somebody look?
Yeah.
Can somebody look at the? Just keep an eye out.
Do they drink? We've got a bottle of dwarven spirits. We could make them all pass out, and then we could just drag Heinrich on the lake.
They're just drinking water.
Okay.
It's very cold
Yeah.
water though. It's got ice. When you came in, you saw like the little like the ice things, ice trays that you put in your freezer. Like you saw those just sitting in the lake.
Pull that.
They're like nice fresh ice.
I was thinking you were gonna say that there's like a cauldron over the fire, but they just kept putting chunks of ice into it, and they're like, "You wanted something to drink?" And they'd like ladle out some
Like fucking lemonade.
water. Yep. All right.
Yongar just goes, Hildy, until that beast is killed, it's probably best you don't go running around outside. And he looks to the rest of the group and he's just like, before we
I agree.
do what needs to be done, I'd be happy to share a little bit about what I know about the beast. But not here, not now, not at the dinner table.
Win.
Good. You don't have to
The
share
fuck would
anything.
you bring that up, jackass?
Is there only
I
one
have
door that
information you
exits
need,
this
but
building?
not now.
Yes, it's a very
Oh.
standard house.
That's
Can
sick.
make
If
another
I,
door.
if I could do a quick save right now, I'd do a quick save, and then to use my earthen pillar to like block off the door so nobody can leave. Like, we're not leaving until you tell us what you know about the creature.
Oh,
No.
okay, that's fine. I can tell
No.
you now.
No, I mean it's fine. You can tell us later.
No.
Yeah. Should we?
You guys,
should we
you guys
tell
say
him-
anything else? Do you do anything else with Hildy or any of the other people while you guys are eating?
Hope the rest of your life looks up, kid.
She's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck does
I'm
that
just
mean?
like, I'm just like,
Let's get real bad.
Fuck is with the attitude.
You should probably learn how to hunt from your father right now.
Just get a crash course in the next about 15 minutes.
Just tell her everything you wanted to tell her, like over the next few
My
years.
grandpa's the worst hunter ever. If my dad was to tragically die, then we would all die, and I would
starve
curse
to
your
death.
family for generations. Just saying.
Ah,
See, I'm back to
I'm
thinking
judging
she's the
hearsay.
problem.
I pause the game.
She doesn't
I
say that.
download the Kill Kids mod, and
She doesn't
I
say
restart the game.
No,
She's
I
like,
think-
it's been really nice to meet you guys. I hope the longhouse stays nice and warm. When other
Wait,
people aren't
yeah.
here, I like to go play in there.
So Henrik said he had clues about the monster that we needed.
Yongar did.
Younger did. Okay, so I say, Henrik, take your daughter to bed. Younger, we have things to discuss.
As you wish. And Henrik goes and
then I look at
Henrik leaves, and Hildy goes with him.
okay, and I look at Ross, and I kind of like nod my head.
Look at Raish,
Raish, I'm sorry.
like the Al Ghul.
I look at Raish, and like as they're leaving, I just kind of like.
Okay, and I slit Hendrix Solero.
Just really
I
slowly, just am I
kill the
supposed to do
child?
that?
I don't know. You don't
No.
have
Good,
telepathy, do
good.
you, Brendan?
No, I don't. I was just gonna have somebody follow them to make sure that he didn't leave.
If you want to do
Okay,
that, Dylan,
yeah.
that's fine. You would
Just do
understand that.
your pointer and your middle finger in like an upside down V and just swing them back and forth, and I'll know exactly what you're talking about.
Why did I
Just
want to
like-
do like this? Damn it, you guys! I'm doing it like an
I
A,
can't see you.
like upside down. Do it the other way. Make an A with your two fingers. No, and then point up, like you're flicking them up. Yeah, like that. That's what I'm doing right now.
Go after us.
Instead of the
No,
other
like,
way,
I'm
I
gonna
did it
stick
upside
person
down,
walking.
basically.
Yeah. Yeah, that. That's what I was like.
Follow.
And Yongar's like, out with it! Go follow my son, Jesus Christ! So okay, so let
They
me
give
tell
you
you
a
what
swift mod.
I got a little bit of
Start
dialogue I can read
spreading
here.
the
I'm sorry,
news.
I'm so bad at this, but
They're leaking today.
Yeah.
so Yongar goes, if you guys ask him what he knows, like discussing the beast attacks and that sort of thing,
What do you know?
he shares basically what he knows happened from the attack. So he goes, he burps a little bit first because he's been drinking a lot of Bud Light. He says, it was the first night of our ice harvesting season, and I had assigned the first shift to 4 of our temporary workers. I was looking on from my window in my cabin, making sure everything was going as planned. They had just removed the first ice block of the season from the lake center when I heard a scream. I looked out onto the lake. There were 3 of the workers yelling and waving their hands. I don't think they saw what happened either. They began to run when they did see, though. The beast jumped up onto the ice from the hole in the lake and grabbed 2 of the remaining ice cutters in both of its claws. The last one was holding a torch, and the beast looked at him for a bit before stuffing both men captured in its claws into its mouth and crawling towards the last ice cutter, dragging its bloated body across the ice with its arms, moving much, much more slowly than it did before it ate the others. The boy dropped his torch and ran for the shore as fast as he could. The beast dived again into the lake, and I saw the ice open up underneath the last boy seconds later. I didn't see him or the beast again. After seeing it avoid the torch like that, I got the remaining temporary workers to band together to make this bonfire in the center of town in exchange for food for the trip back south, as all 4 of them were ready to run naked into the forest if it meant not being here. Then I sent my son to get the help of the mages, and I've been keeping this bonfire burning in the days since, with the help of my other son, Henrik. So if you guys want to give me a monster lore or Witcher training check on that, I can kind of summarize what you might know based on that bit there.
I'm eavesdropping on Hendrik and his daughter, so I'm not in the room.
DC 16 monster lore or Witcher training check.
That's under what?
It's,
Intelligence, I
intelligence.
believe.
Intelligence. I see it.
I didn't get it.
Probably.
I got an
Probably.
18.
Okay, so you would know. I'll let anybody else see if they.
So is
It's just-
intelligence plus witch training?
I got a 1.
Okay, so go ahead and roll again, and then subtract whatever
No.
you get.
I got a
Guess
30,
what?
20.
Oh, one is total.
My intelligence is 7, and I rolled a 1, so I rolled again and got a 6.
Nice. One total. So you're fucking lost. You think it's a
Wait,
unicorn
there are
that's been killing
monsters in this
everyone.
world? What
Yeah.
the hell?
I got
Anybody
a dirty
else?
20, by the way.
Dirty. Okay, so anybody else get above a 16? Okay. Rosalind, or who else got the Dalton and who else? Sorry.
Golden Raoul.
Raul. Okay. So you guys kind of just by listening to this can summarize or make, kind of deduce this about the beast of Lake Tinctrid. So it's primarily food motivated. It seems to dislike fire and avoids it if possible. It's an extremely capable swimmer. Its stomach is probably somewhat stretchy and can probably hold around 3 humans before it's full. Once it's full, it seems to be incapable of moving very well on land, but it's probably pretty good at swimming under the water. And even when it's full, it continues to seek out nearby food, and it more or less likely can break through the ice on the surface of the lake pretty easily. So those are the main things that you learn there.
You said it had a claw. Does it look like a fucking crab?
You have to either see it or ask him.
Does it look like a crab? I ask.
Is that how Drogo talks?
Now. Yeah.
Cool. He goes, no, it's... He was at a distance, so my eyes may be fooling me, but it's almost toad-like.
My God. My Witcher memory is coming back.
Is it a kappa? No, I don't know. What do you think, Witcher?
I think it's a big toad.
Last time I hire fucking Witchers. No. Is there any check that he can do to figure out what it is? Like deduce from that?
I mean, dirty 20 with a Witcher training.
You
I
would
feel
just
like
know
I
it's a
would kinda
cursed
know.
beast. You know it's
Okay.
a cursed beast. It's not necessarily something that would naturally occur. So it's
Okay.
going to be completely dependent on how the curse was said, who it impacted. It's unique.
Okay.
You've seen cursed beasts before, and they're almost all unique. So
So what you're saying
It
before?
was a beast created out of the curse? Like
Yeah,
the whole
yeah.
thing was created?
Yeah.
Okay.
like it may have
so-
been something else before, but the curse transformed it into this. Yes.
Yeah. So what you're saying before, like it hates fire. So as long as there's any fire around camp, it's not going to attack us.
It hates fire, so this bonfire is big enough that it is not coming into this town.
So we just need to tend the bonfire tonight, and it won't attack town.
Yep, that is you feel very strongly in that assumption based on what you've heard.
Or we could put the bonfire out, and it will attack us.
Potentially kill everyone and wreck the town.
So...
It'll only kill everybody if you die.
All right. So we should just rest. Is what we should do.
I am
I
God, and
say we
shouldn't
take
give
shifts.
suggestions.
We should take shifts throughout the night. Watch the lake, see if anything's starting to happen, and if something does happen, wake everybody up.
Also, just told us we were guaranteed to be safe as long as the fire didn't go out.
The beast hates fire.
However we want to do it.
How many of us are there?
Beast hate
It is
fire.
it is a water dwelling toad monster thing that hates fire and can eat people.
We can each take 2-hour shifts. We get to sleep 8 hours, be awake for 2 hours.
I'm
Are
okay
we good with that?
You guys want to go tell Henrik your
I'll
plan?
take first watch.
Does someone want to go
Um,
tell Henrik her plan, or even tell Yongar your plan? I guess.
I would tell Yongar for sure. I would just be like, tell your son that we rest for tonight, but tomorrow we hunt a beast.
What's Hendrik and his daughter doing?
I will let him know. He's putting her to sleep with a bedtime story, and it's a book that he drew himself, but there's no words to it because he's not like they don't learn how to read and write, but he's a really good artist, so he like drew it.
Once upon a time, your
I
dad.
should know what millennia means.
It's the whole story of how he burned down the people and his wife died and killed him. Yeah, it's just
What?
this whole. It's literally this book
Crazy.
of tales. Yeah, it's just he wrote this the start of this book. No, I'm kidding.
Question.
I was like, he didn't want his daughter to know, and then he's like, by the way, I'm a fucking murderer, lol.
No. He blamed it
That's
on
just
his
a
brother
story of
Olgar.
someone.
Haha. Lol.
Yeah.
Olgar takes the place of
Someone
Henrik
did
in the
this.
story.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, Olgar's still alive, right? He went to the other village?
for them.
Olgar is still with the witch or the mages.
Yeah.
Bitches.
Yeah.
So we don't have to worry about this daughter being an orphan. She's just like, she'll live with her stepfather, or
I mean,
her
yeah,
uncle.
she'd be an
She'll be
orphan
fine.
in the sense that both her parents are dead, but like she would still.
Yeah,
have
but
fuck
who
that.
cares?
Yeah. Bruce had Alfred. It's fine.
Yeah, he turned out super
Alfred.
great. Really good, healthy
Question.
mind.
Badass. What are you talking about?
I think we need to have Heinrich sleeping in an area where someone can keep an eye on him.
I want to
Because
bring
he-
up because I think it's super cool. Dalton, you should read your skill that you can do, which is meditation. So your meditation is your level 1 blue skill. So if you use that, you could also level it up.
Do it. I do it. So I can technically sleep, but if
Yeah,
anything
you can
happens
meditate
around
to
me, I can
remain
immediately
vigilant
wake
while
up.
sleeping. So we could literally just have the Witcher be meditating all night, and you guys could all get an actual full
I
night's
think we
rest.
should
Oh,
take
shit.
normal. I think we should
Let's
take
do that.
normal rests. Do you want to go to Heinrich's cabin and then meditate so that if he gets up,
He just walks into the daughter's. God damn it! I don't have my camera on. I have stood up now in real life, and I'm just like sitting down like The Witcher does to meditate in the games. I imagine he just walks into this 8-year-old child's room and just meditates in her room on the floor.
There's a fucking shit. There's a Viva La Dirt League fucking video about that. Or yeah, he just like walks into a shop and then just sits in the front door of the shop and just meditates all night.
actually,
He's like, "Are you just gonna sit there?" He just doesn't say anything.
another option. Oh, never mind. Oh no, it works. Technically, I can create a pillar of earth. I can just wall them into their cabin.
How long does that last? And do you have to
I
focus
think
to
it's-
keep it up?
I don't think so. Let me look.
Is that from my book? Do I need to look that
Yeah.
up?
No, it's
Unless you wrote it all down.
I didn't think it was, but maybe it is.
Is it a novice level spell?
Yeah, earth and pillar.
Earth and Pillar. I found it. Wow. I literally opened to the right page, page 83, in case you're curious. Stamina cost 4. Earth and Pillar allows you to raise a 2-meter cubed pillar from earth and ground. The pillar counts as cover with 10 SP. Range 10, duration immediate, defense none. So yeah, it's just like a pillar of earth. But the problem is that there's not like a way to like bring it down either. So you might have trouble getting them out in the morning. But
Yeah, all right. I
right,
won't do that.
like you're earth bending, but you
Yeah,
can't.
no, I know.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just don't
I
want
agree.
to. I don't want
You're
to.
earthbending, but only one way.
I don't want to stop you just to be a DM, but like that, like in the rules of the game,
Yeah.
that might be hard.
Yeah, no, I agree. Well, it only does like 10 SP, right?
It wouldn't be that hard for you guys to break down, realistically.
So it wouldn't be that
honestly.
hard for us to break.
It wouldn't be that hard for Henrik to break down if he was trying to escape, though, vice versa.
That's true.
No, okay, I know what we should do. I'm gonna put a log at the top of the door. Have it be a little askew. Have the door be ajar, and then whenever they open it, the log just falls on their head and knocks them out.
Jesus
Honks.
Christ. Knocks them out, a log falling on it kills them.
Yeah. Well, it depends how big the log is.
I guess
Yeah,
that's fair.
we find
Got a
an
log,
appropriate.
In my head, a log
sized
is
log.
a tree-sized log, but I
I
suppose.
don't-
Be a
I'm
looking
one
Yeah.
with the forest. I know how big of a log I need to use.
Okay.
Just the right size to not kill him.
That's right.
Okay.
I don't know. Do we think we need to watch him overnight?
I'm already doing that.
I'm gonna. I mean, Witch is just gonna like meditate.
Knowing
around
what
the
you know,
campfire.
he's not leaving his daughter. Like, based on that dinner, he's not going to leave his daughter. He might try to take his daughter and leave, I guess.
Yes.
But
He says.
not.
The dungeon master says. I guess.
I don't know. I'm really bad at this. I'm sorry. I'm better at combat when I can just look up the rules and tell you guys you can attack shit.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. I want to force the action. I want to rest. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay. Who is staying awake? Is anybody staying awake?
I still think we should take breaks.
Drogo is
Yeah.
meditating at the fire.
I like the idea of taking
Okay.
it in shifts.
To be completely honest, too, Dylan, Dalton, you're meditate. You're only aware. What does it say? The skill times 2, so it's not going to be 0. So you're going to be 2 meters. So you're really only aware if something is immediately on you, which is good if you're like, about to be stabbed, but not if you're good trying to detect the lake that's, farther than that away.
Why would you recommend it?
Well,
Damn you,
because
DM.
it'd be good if you sat in the room with what's his face all night.
Heinrich.
You would be able to detect if he got up and stuff.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
you
say
can
if you just go
yeah.
right here.
You can go meditate in front of his front door, I guess.
There you
Well, he
go.
can
And by
also
the
drop
fire.
Out of the window.
Yeah, you could just go meditate by the fire if you wanted to. Honestly,
get
I
out
just
the
want to have a
way.
bonfire this weekend. That's all I want. So
Legit question.
Can do.
Can I
as much wood
use
as you
my
can.
fade
Will do.
professional skill to
I always
hide in
bring all
plain
my wood.
sight?
Rosalinda, let's look at your
ignite it.
fade. Make a fade check against the multiple targets awareness to fade into the background. This allows you to hide in plain sight. So your fade
Ooh.
isn't giving you any sort of a
Fade
bonus
away,
right
fade
now
away.
necessarily. So it's just going to be an intelligence roll to fade in, but it'd be intelligence versus
How am
a
I?
person's awareness to try to fade in, if you want to. I don't necessarily think that it's. God, dude, I have such a hard time. Brendan, I don't know how you don't just give tips all day. Honestly, the fact that you came up with an AI that quote unquote talks to us is the smartest shit I've ever heard. I just need to play one of your guys' consciousness.
You could play one of my personalities.
Oh God, he's got DID. Let's go. Who is talking? Is this Ellie?
Yeah, Ellie's just chilling.
I was gonna say earlier when you
I held
when
Ellie
you
for
said
5
that
minutes and she shit in my hands. That was good.
that
Just shit in your pants?
Heinrich's
Now
wife.
that's fucking crazy.
When you said Heinrich's wife was Layla, I was like, we're playing with Moon Knight. We gotta.
I'm
Layla.
gonna be completely honest. They didn't give her a name. It's just the first female name that came to my head.
I was like, does this guy look like Oscar Isaacs? Because I think I'm just gonna leave in that case. I'm not gonna fight Moon Knight. I'm not gonna risk it. I'm not gonna
It
do
is
it.
nighttime.
Even if Heinrich is just one of his aliases, I'm not interested.
Yeah, he could be the Steven of his personalities. We just don't know.
What a cutie. Can't even see her.
All the time. I
I'm
could, but
sleeping.
I don't want to turn on my
I'm
camera.
Okay.
gonna
Everybody
gonna
put your
take
characters
first
where you
rest.
are and roll for
I
initiative.
am.
I'm just kidding.
I'm not.
Put your characters where you're going to be
I'm ready.
sleeping and let me know who's staying awake or who's meditating, please and thank you.
I'm gonna sleep for however much time I need to sleep, and then I'm gonna get up and study my spells or whatever, and then be awake. I'm gonna take the last
Not
watch.
D&D, so you
essentially.
don't have to do that, but I appreciate
Well, I
it.
know, but I'm gonna take the last watch. Is what I'm trying to say.
I'll
I
sleep
was-
in here.
I was planning on taking first watch, and then I would probably sleep in the long house over here in one of the beds.
Cool.
Probably whichever one is closest.
I
And
start playing ocean sounds in my loop to go to sleep.
Cool.
Whoa, that's
Ragnar, you want to
handy.
move yourself inside?
Oh, I thought watch was gonna be near the.
Oh,
bonfire.
you're in first watch. Just kidding. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, so you guys are just going to rotate.
Jacked.
You guys are just going to rotate watches throughout the night?
Yeah.
Okay, so whoever's on first watch, just give me an awareness check.
Okay. That was an 8 and base 7, 15.
Okay. So you're just kind of sitting by the fire, staying awake, hanging out, and you don't see anything, but you do just hear way off in the distance something that just sounds like kind of something swimming in water and ice breaking, and then it goes away. And hours pass and you don't hear it again. And then you just hear normal sounds of the night. You hear wolves off in the distance, bugs coming to the fire around you, and nothing really else. Nothing ever gets near the village, other than bugs. You have a lot of bugs around the. Not a lot of bugs. It's cold out, but there are some winter-bound bugs that are coming to that light of that fire.
Winter bugs. if you will.
But that's about all you got. Who's second shift, or are you guys taking shifts, or what's it looking? Look who's
I'll do second shift.
Okay.
I walk out, and I just walk up to Rex and I said, "Okay, darling, go to bed. I'll take second watch."
Awesome. Do you out of curiosity, do you have your instrument with you?
Yes.
Awesome. So do you just what do you do throughout the night? And you want to go ahead and give me an awareness check?
That almost rolled a 1.
I imagine she's singing the song that we're listening to right now.
Yeah. So
That's
it's
honestly good. I need to turn that up.
19.
I might have just masterfully turned that up for everybody. Sorry, but I think it's worth it. 18, you said?
19.
19, even better. So you hear, again, pretty similar stuff to what Raxnar heard. Wolves in the distance. Maybe the occasional wildlife by the water. But then you hear like a crack in the ice. Almost like a big crack. But then nothing.
And then my loot just goes boing!
Yeah. And then nothing. Scared. You hear nothing, you see nothing. And that's it. Your shift is quiet after that.
Whoever comes next, I tell them that there's something's brewing in the lake.
Something's in the water. Oh, it's
something's
so good,
in the water.
dude.
Something in the way.
I saw a video today. That was just like, it was a TikTok. It was just like 2 teenage kids or whatever, like with like face masks on, or like the full like mask on. They're like, "Let's go rob this bank." They're like, "All right, yeah, let's go rob this bank." And it's like at nighttime, and they just look away, and there's just like this other teenage kid, like in a shitty Batman costume, that's just like sprinting towards them, and then it's just like something in the way, and then it just cuts.
Fear.
It was so fucking good, dude. I almost cried. But yeah, all right. Who's got third shift?
Oh, I muted myself.
It's whoever you wake up. So
It's true.
Yeah,
It
Rosalina,
is up
who are
to
you waking
whoever
up?
second shift is.
It's like popcorn reading.
watch.
Who's Ra's al Ghul?
You just wake back up. Wake Ragnar back up like it's your turn again.
Yeah. Okay. Never
Fuck,
mind.
no,
Go
that's
ahead
not
and-
how it works.
Okay. Well, I have to go and wake him up. Okay. So
I mean, that's what they said. I don't know if you guys pre-established it or not.
Okay.
So it's whatever.
I
Okay,
completely
you get
abandon
within-
the campfire, and I wake up
And-
Raz.
Wake the fuck up!
Yeah, you get within like 10 steps of me, and you just feel so alone.
What?
Like you've never been around anyone your entire life.
Your
No
fucking
one's
fear
really
aura
known
on
you.
him? That's
Honey, I do
horrible.
my own plumbing.
No, I just have that on as I sleep.
So anyone who's trying to assassinate you just gets scared. That's fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I just
Yeah.
hit
And
you
he-
with my
and he's
loot,
not
and I
watching,
tell you
you
to wake
just
up,
hear
and then I go to sleep.
Background.
I see. Guys, guess how many beers I've had? You have to put a number on it.
3.
One
Six.
too many.
Dalton, I just grabbed beer number 6.
Ha
I'm honestly having a great fucking time. Because I don't have to work tomorrow, so. And I do
Oh,
get to
that's
wake up in the
true.
morning and watch 2 episodes of Obi-Wan, and then go to the campsite.
Obi-Wan.
Stranger Things.
I'm not going to start it yet, I think.
Oh.
Just because I don't
How
want to
long are
stay
the
here too
Obi-Wan
long.
episodes?
I don't know, it's a good question. I don't know if they've released the times or not, so. I assume probably around 45 or so. But we'll see.
Okay.
Okay, who's next? Or Raish?
Yeah, that's me.
Alright.
I assume you
you,
mustered up the courage to actually wake me up.
What are you doing in the night? And if you want to go ahead and give me an awareness check.
I pace around the fire.
Okay.
Like a
Like Darth
Like, are we
Maul,
doing like
waiting for those
circles or
gates
like
to
a
open.
straight line, like up and down, like back and forth type situation?
Zigzags.
no, it's a circle. It's like a
Okay.
it's a vigilant watch.
Sick.
I never actually look at the fire because
Alright.
my eyes don't ever adjust to the light. It's always within darkness.
Jesus Christ, you're a clown. All right, well, give me your awareness check.
Okay. Awareness.
Brandon's already got his camping gear on. I just noticed. Sun's out, guns out, baby.
Are you also off tomorrow, Brendan?
No.
Nope, I'm gonna be at the campsite by
Fortunately.
myself until somebody shows up.
It's 19.
Okay.
Sarah's off tomorrow.
Dylan, this is your
Sarah just
pacing
gonna
right
come
now.
hang out with me. So with a 19, you again. The sounds of the night are not something that is super unique in this area. You hear wolves. This time from the lake part. You almost hear a wolf like off by the lake, and you hear
then
it howl, and then you hear ice break, and then you just hear that
The
sound
yelp.
of dogs going, and then you hear nothing. So you're and that
that dog is dead.
and that's it.
He did
You
for
just
sure.
kind of don't hear it. You hear a splash of water after that maybe, and nothing. And even you, being the badass that you are, you feel just the slightest bit kind of unsettled by it. You've dealt with humans, you've dealt with the worst of the worst people, but monsters are just something else entirely. So. But yeah, that's how your shift goes. You can just kind of continue to circle throughout the night. And am I? I don't know. Am I okay?
No.
No.
God, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm really good. I swear, I'm really good. Guys, really.
Do we need to change Austin's name to Ben Shapiro?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Sound like you just downed like 3 cups of coffee at the same time.
Okay. Any better?
Yes.
Better.
That's better, yeah.
Okay,
Nice,
cool.
Normal.
I don't have any idea what happened. I just like talking, trying to explain the situation, and then you know how like old TVs,
Yes.
maybe are older. Like it would like you could almost see like the screen shutting down, and like a line would go across the screen as all the pixels died. That's what all my monitors did at the same time, and it just went green. No blue screen, no nothing. The computer turned off.
Did your graphics card just lose power all of
I
a
don't
sudden?
fucking know, dude. I've never had that happen before. I think I'm live again. I just started my stream again. We're pulled back up. Rulebook's pulled back up. I think we're good. That was super fucking weird. Okay, so we left off for us. Yeah, you heard the wolf getting presumably eaten, and that was it. So that's been what? How long are you guys doing your shifts for?
2 hours.
Okay, so that's what, how many hours has it been then?
6 hours.
Okay, so probably a good long 8 hours rest. Somebody's got one more shift probably, right? Who do you got?
My
Who
turn.
do you gonna go? Yeah, it's Kaiser Warren's turn.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, dude, the
Kaiser
song that's
Wilson.
playing, fucking mint.
I can't hear anything playing anymore. for me.
Oh, okay, is it not? Okay, I'm just gonna go back to. I'm gonna go to suspenseful music for no particular reason.
Motherfucking liar.
Why?
For no
I,
particular reason.
I sleep in Case Orange's bed because he kept it warm
Yeah, it's true.
and it's by the fire.
Where am I hearing music from? I can't.
Boy, nothing gayer than snuggling up in another man's warmth.
It's awareness?
It's concerning when the GM hears boss music, but the players
I
don't.
hear music that I can't.
It's probably coming from my end. I have it on my computer.
I just have to close out a roll
I
20.
don't hear anything.
It's from the roll 20.
Yeah.
There's,
It's
like,
just weird
epic
because I
music on it.
tried to start and stop it, and it just continued to play the same song over and over.
Hmm.
I'm
I
trying
turned
to
it down.
I started everything too fast, I think. Okay, you hear it now?
No.
I still
It
hear
was
music.
playing and then it just stopped.
It's a quieter one that I just skipped ahead.
Oh,
It's a
I
little
see.
louder.
Yep, there we go.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay, Kaizorin and Nivius, what are you guys doing? And go ahead and give me a roll here.
Okay.
Playing
Awareness.
Does the dog have?
The dog should have awareness.
Oh, it
I
does.
think.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do green for me and brown for the wolf. Wow.
Rumpants.
I got a 20.
Okay.
and the wolf got a 14.
That wolf don't
16.
know.
Okay, both pretty good actually. So you guys are walking around, and again, like there's really not a lot going on. You guys have you Brennan, you've been around for how old are you?
200 years.
200. There's not a lot of unique stuff going on right now. You hear wolves howling, other creatures running through the woods. The only unique thing that really happens is you keep hearing like these cracks of ice, and like just if you were to imagine like a really big fish or like a whale or just something of really large size swimming through the water like that quickly, that's the sound that you hear in the lake. And you know how kind of like, okay, so you know how you see those videos of them like making those loud sounds or like throwing stuff on ice and it kind of echoes out?
Yeah.
That's what you're hearing. So you hear that on the lake. So there's clearly something on the lake, in the lake, going on around the lake, but really nothing sounds like it's trying to come to the camp right now. Everything seems to be avoiding the camp, and intelligently you could conclude that's probably because of this bonfire that's going. But all of a sudden the bonfire goes out, and I'm just kidding.
Bonfire, James.
It starts raining
So-
tremendously. It doesn't make any sense.
Is
It's
it
too
morning?
cold. Yeah. Around the end of your shift, it's been 8 hours now. The sun starts to come up. We'll just say the sun rises at 6:05 a.m. because that's what time it rises in Kansas right now. At 6:05.
It's late spring where we are at.
Yeah.
It just happens to be super cold because we're in the north.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
North.
Yeah, the north.
The north.
So
Aye.
the sun starts coming up, and you can either, do whatever you want. It's an RPG. That's how it works. I hope I'm doing okay at that.
RPG.
Rocket-propelled grenade.
The rocket propelled grenade.
I think the plan was at least to go take it to the creature this morning, right? We're gonna go fight it.
Yeah, I think so.
Out there.
All right. So do you guys know how you want to? Do you have an idea of how you're going to approach this fight? You want to try to bait it? You just going to go out onto the ice, or what do you think you're going to do?
I think Henrik goes first.
Okay,
Use
what do you-
Niveus as a distraction.
So, in
Just
character,
pull
what are
it
we
out of the lake
what are we
a little
doing here in the morning? You going to wake everybody else
Apparently it
up? Does
likes
everybody else
both.
wake up on time? What kind of
Yeah.
stingent circadian rhythm? How'd everybody sleep? How are we doing?
Imagine once this is morning, everybody else would wake up. I mean, the Witcher's been meditating for 8 hours. He better be fine.
He died overnight.
Oh
He
no.
meditated too hard.
Hypothermia.
He's just like he's achieved true enlightenment. He believes he can live forever.
I would say though, once he's awake, we'd go get Henrik.
I'm like,
And if you go in and wake Henrik up and he says it's time, or what do you say when you wake up Henrik?
I say it's time.
Henrik
it's
would go,
wolfing time.
all right. Or no, never mind. That's what Yongar sounds like. He'd go, all right. And he goes to Hildy and he's like, stay inside. I'll be back. But if I'm not,
I detect a lie.
remember, your Uncle Ogar and your Grandpa Yongar have very similar names. And he just kisses her on the forehead.
Yongar.
And then he grabs this like he grabs this pack of like it almost looks like rotten meat. That was like on the outside of the door, and he's like, I have bait ready.
I know I could smell it all fucking
And
night.
he just comes out and he's like, I'm ready. And he's
So I'm
wearing
like-
like very very rudimentary armor. Like he doesn't have a lot going for him, but he's got a little bit of armor. He's got he's got like a gambeson on, maybe like a double woven hood. He's got like a iron sword and a dagger and maybe like a hand crossbow. So he's got a little bit of gear ready to go. But he's like, okay, what's the plan? And he's like looking at again looking at Drogo, because Drogo is the monster fighter. So he's like, "What's the plan, Master Witcher?"
Go to lake.
And I'm gonna
He's
look
like-
at Drogo and shake my head and be like, if the creature is as dangerous as you said it is, we should keep it at range. Everyone prepare
And-
your ranged weapons and slow it down as much as possible when we can.
Wait, you guys have ranged weapons?
Yeah,
And I
Drogo
just
pulls
pull
out his
my
sword
loot
and
out
this is
because I'm gonna
ranged as
fight
I
it with
can.
the power of music.
And I'm gonna look at Henrik and I'm gonna say, if the creature's curse belongs to you, it'll most likely recognize you on sight. I would be
And he
prepared
just-
to run if I were you.
He just like fucking shiver. He's okay. And you guys go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, that's fine.
I
I'm
have a
gonna move
quick
all you guys
question.
just so I can move you guys again later here in a minute. So.
On my profession skill of Fury, it has the number of rounds equal to Fury times 2. Since I have 0 on there, is that
Just-
0 or is that
Just go ahead and give yourself 1 for that. If it's
Okay.
gonna end up being that you would get nothing for it, then the minimum will be 1 for it. So.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put you guys back on the last map that we were on, which is the same as this map but different.
Same but different.
And I'm
Pretty
gonna pull you over
self-explanatory
here.
there.
So go ahead and put your guys. So again, not to scale,
Oh my
obviously,
God,
because
there's wolves in the distance.
yeah, dead
They're
wolves.
all
They got
dead.
X's. So go ahead and put your guys how you think you would be set up,
Rednecks.
and I'll play Henrik here.
I'm planning on being at least somewhat close to Henrik since he's gonna be closest to.
So Henrik just
fighter.
goes, oh, and he looks back and he sees that like maybe somebody still has their torch lit, and he's like, put that out, and he just kind of throws. He like sits right here and throws the bait like right here on the lake. Actually,
Hell of an arm, dude.
no. I'm gonna actually come down here. Sorry, he's gonna throw the bait right here. He's like, let's get away from our home and see if we can find it just south of here. And you guys just hear. Is everybody where they want to be?
I am.
I
Yeah.
am.
Rosalinda, stay close. I want to.
I can't fight.
Stay close,
Okay.
but keep your distance.
Yeah. I was just saying stay close to me, but I'm gonna point of order. I'm gonna get out my bow for this.
Oh, did I pull out Yongar? I didn't mean to pull out Yongar. Okay.
I will be having my battle axe or my glaive.
Oh my god, guys! Oh my god, guys! The DM brought doppelgangers of all of us here.
Oh no, did I double us? Where are we double? Oh no.
I am actually going to have my battle axe out.
There's
Slice
doppelgangers.
my
my God.
doppelganger.
They all
Doppelgangers.
died.
Bingo numbers.
They're from an alternate
Oh.
universe.
Okay.
Okay, so put you guys where you want to be. Again, he threw it right here. Or no, he threw it right here. Excuse me.
Yeah. I'm gonna have my battle axe out for this.
I'm gonna say I don't know if it's possible, but if I can, I'll slow it down with my ice.
All right, is everybody where they want
Ice
to
breath,
be,
not
or
ice
where they
breath.
think their characters would be?
I am.
Okay.
Yep.
So as he throws out the ice, you guys hear, all of you recognize the sound now because you heard it throughout the night. You just hear in the distance. Where
Drogo
my
hasn't.
green
He's
mark
been asleep
is.
this whole time.
You just hear like this crashing of ice underneath, and all of a sudden this gigantic toad-like creature with giant claws around.
I told you.
I
No
mean,
toad.
1,000.
It's
It's a whole 1,000 kilogram. It says 1,000 kilograms. That's a lot.
Oh,
4
a lot.
meters high.
no, toad.
Jumps up.
It weighs 5 tons.
It's pretty fucking huge, and it I'll reveal it here into the token layer, and then I will. So you guys feel free to zoom in on that thing, and then I'm going to give me 1 second, and I will post. I should have had this more ready. I'll post the picture here. But we're gonna roll for initiative, and then we're gonna end it, and we'll continue the fight next time. Give me one
That's
second
fair.
to grab not the token for it, but the image scan for it. Alright, I'm posting it in Discord now. Here is what you guys see.
Oh my god.
That jumps out of the ice and just eats the bait and then just looks at Henrik and Ragnar like it's ready for more.
And the initiative is reflex, right?
Yep, so your initiative rolls are going to be... Let me just pull up my... I haven't reopened OneNote yet, so give me 1 second here. General Combat... Oh no, I don't have it written there. Give me the notebook. Where's the notebook? Initiative is 1d10 plus your reflex.
Misplacing my D. There we go.
So let's see what order people are going to go in, and then we will pick that up for probably one more session of book 1, because the books are short, and Witcher is that's how it goes.
Oh, wait, what's initiative? Sorry.
Reflex
1d10 plus
D10.
your reflex.
1d10.
Yeah, so a
Yep.
d10 plus your
Yes.
reflex stat.
Where do I put that?
If you guys just want, just give me a second, and you can either put it in the chat or tell me what it is.
I figure if we put it in the chat, it'll be there next week.
That's smart.
Oh wait,
Ragnar.
I wasn't supposed.
Two
I
Ragnar.
was supposed to put it in myself, or at least last time I was.
Well, that's on.
That's
map
on.
tools.
I thought. Okay.
Oh no, we could put it in.
We can. Where at?
Can you guys put it in yourself?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
yeah,
agree.
yeah. I knew it. I knew it.
Okay,
There
hold on,
are
I need
two
to...
Ragnar token or 2 Ragnars in turn order.
Fuck,
Each
won't
time
it
I
let
try
me-
to write something.
There we go.
There we go.
Oh, it's because Austin keeps updating the turn order, so I can't
Yeah.
write. whenever he updates
Sorry.
it. There we go.
Is that everybody?
There we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then Nivius. Brendan, don't forget to roll for Nivius too.
I did. It should be in there.
Yeah, no, it might be. I just... Okay, so Ragnar... Oh, I gotta... Fuck, I gotta roll for what's his fuck.
Henrik?
Henrik. Oh no.
I said it was reflex plus a d10. This is the only dice I've rolled all session.
It's been a lot of role playing this session.
Reflex for him is... So he's got the same as... Rosalinda, what's your reflex?
5. I rolled a 3.
Okay, so he's gonna be... Okay, so there's your order. We have this gigantic, again, it is... Let me just read the description for you as the last thing that we do here. The monster is 4 meters tall, and most of that height is taken up by its huge mouth. Made to feed its gargantuan, translucent stomach, which spills out as it rolls underneath it. Oh, fuck, my fan blew it over. 2 long arms flank the pale mass on which sit long fingered hands tipped with jagged claws, built to shovel victims into the massive orifice. Tiny beady eyes are perched atop the monstrosity, watching you, waiting.
Every breath you take.
It's one thick boy. And that's it. And you guys know that basically either you have to kill it or it has to kill Henrik for it to go away. So we will hold off for your final fight. Maybe. Who knows? It's your final fight of this book.
You know.
I do, yeah. Your boss fight of this book. And it probably, or it might, kill you all. Who knows? But, yeah. That's the end of my stream. Thanks, guys.